G'day.
Hello and welcome to the podcast once again. I'm Benji
Jack.
and we have a guest today, Phil.
What's up? How's it going?
Yeah.
We got him.
Yeah, really happy about this one. Shout out to Jaden. I know he's excited.
Suck a lemon, Jaden.
So, well, Phil, since you're the guest, how are you feeling? How are you going?
No, I'm good. It's exciting to have people coming home.
Yeah.
The weather's treating us well. It's exciting. I'm liking takeaways.
Yeah.
Takeaways is good. We got KFC for lunch today, just 'cause, why not?
It's fair enough.
It's been a fun day. Brought Nerf guns.
Yeah, I like that. You guys had a little standoff with it as well.
It was cool.
Was the plan to attack people as they came in?
Nah, it was just to make us look very welcoming and present.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Very present.
Nice.
Yeah, that was fun. It was a good way to do it.
Nice. Good stuff.
Buy one, get one half price. Why not?
Yeah, was it a warehouse?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I like that. I have a Nerf gun underneath the bed somewhere here. I have a lot of stuff underneath the bed.
Full stop.
Yeah. So, Phil, we don't actually know much about you.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we know your name.
Do you know my last name?
Halpin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
And we know, you're from Hawke's Bay?
This is true.
Yeah, but...
What does that mean to you guys?
Just Hawke's Bay.
Someone being from Hawke's
just
Bay.
means a name. I've never been to Hawke's Bay, so I have no impression of it.
Hawke's Bay's fine.
Yeah, well, I know some lovely people
It's
from
nice
Hawke's
over
Bay.
there.
Yeah, it's weird. To some people, it's real strange that we refer to it as being from Hawke's Bay because, Napier and Hastings are two separate cities, real close together. Hawke's Bay is just a region,
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so it's
Which one are you from?
I'm from Napier.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, I'm from Green Meadows in Taradale.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
Napier.
Yeah,
Are there a lot of green meadows?
no mate.
Oh.
There's wineries,
Oh.
2 of those that are quite nice. But
Have you been to them?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Have you done wine tasting there?
I haven't done wine tastings, but I like
Wine
going to
tasting's a
wineries.
fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what made you come to Massey?
Well, I received an email about the did you guys have immersion days?
No, is that
Before
kind of like
we
job
come.
shadowing?
Yeah. It's
No.
like a pre-COVID thing.
Ah,
They were course, degree specific immersion days
yeah.
where you just come down for the day and get to experience a different pathway because
Okay.
how CMP works. To pick your pathway, and I did that twice, in 2016 and 2017, and then 2018 I was kind of yep, I'm pretty sure I want to do CMP at Massey, and I remember being at the what's it called when all the unis come to
Careers Day or something?
Careers Day, yeah, absolutely, that's what it's called. We're at Careers Day, and I went and asked this lady from Vic about what the Vic alternative is, because I was
Yeah.
pretty keen to come to Wellington. My brother was moving down to Wellington as well to be a chef at one of the restaurants here, and so I would have family down here, I had an auntie down here, cousins down here. It was a cool city. And so I asked the lady at Vic about what their version of it is, their media filmy degree, and she was a psychology lecturer and had absolutely no idea.
Oh, awesome.
And so I was like, cool, and I went and talked to the Massey people about it, and they were like, oh yeah, that's this new degree that we've got, it's real cool, it's got these things and these things. I'm like, okay, well you actually know what you're on about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more confidence. I'm kind of keen to do that.
Fair enough.
So that's where I ended up.
Nice.
It was good. I kind of knew for a while
Yeah.
because I did it 2 years beforehand. And so in year 13 I was like, well, I don't need maths.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
my only
I had that realization.
challenging
as well.
paper was
That after-
physics.
Yeah, I failed chemistry in year 11, and I did the maths exam, and did you had 2 papers. I sat down, did half of one, didn't even look at the other one, and left. And then year 12, I dropped that. I stuck with English the whole way through because you could drop that in year 13.
Yeah, so
And then I just did a bunch of art subjects.
yeah. We didn't have heaps of choices in terms of art subjects. We didn't have photography. We didn't have you know how design has the portfolio? The
Yeah,
board?
yeah.
We didn't have that.
Oh,
Ours
really?
was just VCD, which was very much graphics.
Oh, yeah.
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 And architectural based.
Mm.
But then we also weren't taught how to use ArchiCAD and stuff. We had to teach ourselves.
Oh,
It's very interesting.
yeah.
Mm.
But that was it. It was graphics, architecture, or painting.
Oh, really? So there was no
There was a
No, that's
media, but it was new.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
yeah.
There was no board for like media studies or like
Nah.
Yeah.
anything serious.
Oh,
We didn't have
jeez.
any externals.
Oh, goodness.
What
So-
school did you go to?
St John's College in Hastings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2018.
Are they they're a sports heavy school?
Yeah, try to be.
Yeah. I feel
Try
like
to be.
they don't give any funding to the arts and those sort of schools. Well, especially my school as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it
it's
was just
Stupid.
like huge on like the more business papers that were coming up. It was more so like if you had a teacher that was new and really keen and dedicated and pushing for it,
Yeah.
then they'd try. But it was just too much on like the computer science teacher to do like try to teach Photoshop, try to teach Premiere,
Yeah.
try to teach also doing like robotics papers in like their
Yeah.
first year of teaching, and they weren't actually like a fully experienced teacher.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was
would
like
be-
this is a thing that's coming up, and it's just like people like robotics and coding, and you can just teach that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, jeez. So what are you studying right now? Oh, you're doing CMP, but what, like, specifically? Because you're doing VFX, right?
I do visual effects, animation. I did those, and basically now I'm just a 3D modeler. Pretty much all of this year I've been doing like 3D modeling
Okay.
and that kind of stuff. So that's mainly my forte at the moment. Yeah,
And are you almost done with your degree?
yeah.
Like 6 more weeks?
6 more weeks, and then I've got a Bachelor of Creative Media Production.
Shit. Is that exciting?
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm looking at investigating like what honours and masters looks like for CMP. I think it's a Masters of Creative Enterprise, or just honours of CMP. But
Yeah.
that's another year and a half. I'm not sure. I don't think there's any like risk in me, like any harm in me doing an extra review study, because for what I'm doing, like it's not like I just have to be on a set and start getting familiar with cameras and filming, and
Yeah.
like it's not really the same, because it's like
Or just...
practice and like the more work I have for my portfolio, the better. So I feel like there's benefits of doing post-grad studies, and because we're young, and
Yeah.
we can't travel.
Yeah,
And, like-
true.
Like, what are you gonna do? Go and
Yeah.
just try to get a job and be doing that for ages? Like,
Yeah, fair.
Only 21. They got time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fully. Yeah.
But you're not going to be here next year.
No, I'm not. I'm leaving the halls. I've lived in this block for 3 years.
In the same place?
Nah, I've been on the top floor and then the ground floor the last 2 years.
Nice.
Oh, you're in Fenway your
Yeah.
first year. Oh, damn.
Yeah, so I have also now been like a part of every house as well. Because I've been, I was resident in Whenua. I was RA of Hiko, the very first Hiko. Just saying.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're in the midst of a legend here.
Oh my goodness.
Alumni. And covered Ahi during lockdown.
Oh, true, yeah.
Oh, true.
So I've had a taste of it all.
Nice. Yeah, I saw you left our chat today. I was a bit...
Yeah, I was like, oh, yep, T's kicking back into it. That's me signing off.
I understood it, but I was still hurt. And I was like, damn,
Yeah.
doesn't want anything to do with us anymore.
Imagine me just like sitting there though, and every single time Tia sends a message, just being like,
Yep.
Phil's gonna see this.
Yeah.
Because whenever we have like things to pass on and stuff like that, and like because communication is like so heavy as a part of like a RLO and RA, and like half of what we're doing is just talking to each other and filling each other in about different things like that. And imagine every time I send a message, be like, "Hey guys, please let your house chat know this," and then I'm just like in Tia's house chat, just being like, "Yeah, she did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True,
she did
true.
it. Yeah,
Nice.
that's great.
So what do you do for fun? What's your outside of thing? Outside of when you're not in the halls?
Do you ever leave the halls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a car down here, so actually going home is real easy.
Yeah, true.
Like compared to like some other people, it's very easy for me to go home, which is nice. As my parents also love coming down because they've got 2 of their boys down here.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I'm the youngest in a family of 4.
For boys or...
3 boys, 1 girl. Girl's the
Oh.
oldest, and then we've got 2 nephews as well.
Okay. I'm the youngest of 4 boys.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, so you came to Wellington.
Came to Wellington, yeah. None of them are here. 2 are in Queenstown, 1's in Melbourne, so...
Damn.
Mm.
Are you like quite the youngest?
No, I think the oldest one's turning 23. I turned 23. Next one's turning 22 in November.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 18, turned 19.
Wow.
And then the next one is turning... Oh shit, he turned 20 this year. And then I turn
Just realised how
19
old
next
you are.
month.
Yeah, this made me feel old, eh? 3 years difference between us.
Yeah, well, we're at the start of.
Yeah, you're at the start of the journey. I'm almost finishing mine. Damn, that's crazy.
I was at high school last year.
Yeah. That's weird to think
and
about.
2020.
Yep.
How did lockdown high school treat you as art students?
I did nothing. I played. I had a hardcore Minecraft world, and I spent probably 10 plus hours every day just playing Minecraft, and then I was showing it off to my mate, and
Isn't hardcore the one where if you die?
Yeah, it's gone. And so I was playing that. I invested so much time, and I had I killed the Ender Dragon, and I was live streaming it to a mate and showing him, and I'm like, oh yeah, look at this. I made a little like escape tunnel that I'm gonna fly out of, and had fence gates at the bottom. It was a 2x2 thing, but fence gates are a block and a half in their height. And so I blasted off with like launching fireworks and shot off and just hit the wall and died. My mate's just cracking up, and I'm just staring at 2 weeks, just gone.
Hey, 2 weeks, and the only thing you learnt was that fence is a block and a half.
Yeah, and I was late to classes and stuff because I'd be playing Minecraft, or I'd be playing Minecraft while the person's talking,
That's
and then
so
at the end of it, like my teacher's like, "Oh, Benji, why were you late?" I'm like, "Oh, I just woke up," and then she's like, "Oh, okay," and like, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna do something." She left, and then there's 2 other people in the call. And I'm like, guys, I wasn't late because I slept in. I'm working on like sick as fuck Minecraft world, and so I streamed it to the Google Meets, and I was showing them, giving a tour of my whole place. And the teacher comes back, and I go, fuck, and she was like, oh, am I recording still? And because I alt tabbed off, and then she goes, oh, okay, sorry, I was still recording. So she stopped it. I was watching it back for quality check to make sure she can post it, and just saw me touring my Minecraft world.
That's gonna be something.
Yeah, she's like, you little shit, you can't just play Minecraft. We had a good relationship, but she's like, you can't just play Minecraft the whole time. I'm like, why not?
I'm listening.
Yeah, I used to sit next to her, like, on her desk with her, and play a Pokemon emulator while talking to her.
Straight up. Do you remember, when you'd be in class, and it was like, did you guys ever have that Cards Against Humanity online?
Yeah, pretend you're X, Y, Z, Z.
Yeah. Pretend you're X, Y, Z, Z, yeah. And we had it in like year 13 where we'd just be in like study class and just like, yep, we're just gonna share that to the group chat. Oh yep, look, this is what's happening now. And they were so strict in like those study classes, wanting to make sure we were using it properly. And then by the end of the year, it was just like myself and like some of the other painting boys were just like, yeah, we're going to that room.
Yeah.
This is happening, and we'd walk in and he'd have to like. We'd have to go to our art teacher first, he'd sign the sheet, and we'd come back and we'd give it to like the study teacher and be like, yep, this is official. And they kind of seemed annoyed by it. Like sometimes, because they're like, you guys get to go do that, but the other kids, the other students have to focus on the actual study. It's like, well, we do painting.
Yeah.
It takes time.
Yeah. I like to, I did that, but then I found out, I'm like, at the start of the year 13, I was like, I'm going to go hard, I'm gonna just do all my shit, not gonna procrastinate. And then lockdown happened. I'm like, I've got 6 weeks of just doing nothing. This is awesome. So I kind of became really lazy. And then we got back and we had all these studies. And so I used to just go to the study and be like, I'm going to the art room, I'll be back. And they go, cool, get your teacher to email me. I go, cool.
True.
And so we go through, do that. And just got to a point where it's like, the teacher wasn't there half the time, so no one emailed. And I never got pulled up on it. So we had a study on the last class before school ended. So me and all my mates who were all in the study class, we'd all go, oh, we're gonna go to the library, we're gonna go to the art class, and then just all go to the car park and just go to Macca's. It was quite nice.
Fair. That last day of uni, that last day of high school, sorry.
Oh god, yeah.
What about it?
You didn't have glad wrap on cars or anything like that?
No, we had they're pretty strict about pranks at our school.
Oh yeah, I once had the did you ever hear about the motorbike streakers? There was these streakers from Waikato Dio, and they drove onto our field on motorbikes topless around our field, streaking, and they hit someone.
Oh shit.
Or no, some guy like jumped out in front of them. So, and then like the ambulance came on and took them off, and the whole field started applauding. It was the best day ever. It was so funny.
We had they were pretty strict on us. Like they were pretty strict on the people last year, so it kind of just killed the thing of like doing pranks. There was one girl, because like our school also owned a farm, so if you wanted to, you could work for the farm and like wake up early and milk the cows and stuff. Yeah. And so she did that
before you ride your horses or go to the velodrome.
Yeah.
Or the 9-hole golf course.
Yeah.
driving range.
Or
and,
the climbing wall in your gymnasium.
Or the half pipe.
Jeez, you've done your research on this school.
I only visited it twice.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I've stayed there twice.
Oh, really? What for?
Rugby.
Oh, nice.
Because you guys were in the same CNI competition as what we were in.
Mm.
I remember in 2017, it was our last game of the year, was at St. Peter's, and we played on the main field and lost by like 3 or 5 points. Or something, maybe that's completely wrong. But it was our best try because they're like a good school at playing rugby, and we are just...
It's called importing.
Trying our hardest. Yeah, well, you're only allowed 2.
Yeah, that's why they import
There's still
early
rules.
now. No, they import early now.
Oh, that's it.
They see promise, get them in year 9, and then by the time they're year 13, they're not new to schools anymore.
We were just on another level. Nah.
You know, was that like during a weekday, or was it It's 2017. How old would we have been?
Well, I did it in 2017 and
started
2018.
high school.
You guys would have been...
I started high school in 2016, so I was year 10.
Were you 10?
Yeah.
You would have played against my brother.
Really?
Yeah, and I would have been on the field watching him.
Probably.
Small world.
Crazy. That's awesome.
Well, at least in 2018 you definitely
Did you ever play at Hamilton Boys?
No.
Damn it.
We didn't play real schools.
Damn, he got really...
Attacking my pride here.
No, we didn't play like schools capable of like... We play like the Hastings Boys seconds. We get wrecked by their first 15.
Yeah, I think we get messed up by Hastings on the first team.
Really
They're really good.
Yeah, there was the Hastings Hamilton Boys final that was a
Yeah.
that was a big game.
Yeah.
I'm not really into rugby. I don't watch it at all.
No, neither do I.
Just like standing there like, oh,
this is something that's happening.
let's go.
Yeah, fully.
Gouged it out.
What's that?
Mug.
Yeah, but I don't have a mug that looks like this. Probably because it's broken. Yeah.
Yeah, you're investigating.
That explains much. Yeah, the first time we stayed, they were like, here, have this boarding hostel. And then the second time they were staying, like, here, you can have our rugby classroom.
Oh.
Damn.
Downgrade.
Do you remember what hostel
Actually,
you were
I
in?
tell you what.
What?
I'm probably wrong with my math on one of the years. It would have been 2016 that I came there the first time. And then 2017 we would have played at ours. And then 2018 we would have played at yours.
Okay, so I would have been year 11. Yeah, you definitely would have played my brother.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Crazy.
16.
Small world. You know? 2 degrees of separation.
2016.
2 degrees of separation.
Yeah, fully. Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Is it weird to think that the age gap between you and us isn't that big? At the like it's 3 years.
You were 1999?
Nah, 2000.
2000.
Yeah.
That's actually really
it's
nice.
not, but then it's like when, like, so what were you guys? 2003?
2.
2.
Okay, that makes way more sense. 2003, that'd be really... Yeah, but Drew's the same as you guys, eh?
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Is it. How old is he?
He's 19.
What the fuck? He does not look 19.
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
Drew's the same as you guys, and then Justin
Thanks to tattoos.
is 20.
Yeah, tattoos and the beard definitely help.
Yeah.
T is the same as well. She's young.
Yeah.
Like some of the people at the halls. Keely, she's 22.
Yeah,
Kelly's
older.
22?
Keely's older than you, yeah.
Keely's 22. Nellie's 21?
Yeah, no, that's 21.
Oh, I knew that.
Oscar's 20
Oscar's
something.
21.
Damn.
Who else is... I think that's it, really.
Man, they tried having gap years and they still got done over by COVID.
Yeah, that's rough.
I think if I went on a gap year, I wouldn't come back to uni.
I think I would, just because I had a set goal. Oh, maybe I wouldn't. Depends like what happened in that year. But
I have no idea what I'd do for a gap year now. Because, like...
work at McDonald's is what I would have done.
Because
probably.
when we were... The year that... Because I've got friends who did gap years in 19?
Yeah.
And they all went, like, overseas and stuff and did real, like... I had one that went to Canada, a couple that went to, like, Europe and Ireland and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Ireland is in Europe. I don't know why I made that sound, like, different. But yeah. Like, those gap years, they sound, like, really interesting to me. But then, if I was to do it in New Zealand, like, Justin and Abby just worked, like, Justin worked in Blenheim, Abby worked in Tauranga. And doing it those ways, I just feel like I'd get so over working a bar in Hawke's Bay for a year.
Yeah.
It could be great for money.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I feel like I'd still want to be able to experience somewhere else.
Did you work during your high school years?
Not full time. Not full time. Not part time. Like I would work on holidays.
Oh yeah.
So I work for brother-in-law's construction building company.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
Clean up.
Nice.
Oh, I got to demo stuff. That was fun.
Oh, that would have been cool.
I enjoyed demo stuff. Like I'd get to the take me to site and they'd be like, okay, today you are demoing this bathroom. Just remove everything.
Sledgehammer, crowbars.
Like, this is me. This is my day. And
sick.
I'd be doing that. And there'd be like random things too sometimes. Like so one day I just got there and that we need this bush gone. Can you do that?
Like, find a way.
Okay, and I'd be like using like a handsaw and just like slicing.
Should have tied it up to the back of a truck or something and just
rips it all out. Yeah.
Done for the day after like 9:05. Okay, cool. See you guys.
Yeah, fully. Yeah, and then so I did that that was my way of having money, for going like the dairy and stuff. And then 2018 summer holidays was my first summer holidays working at a bar and restaurant at home, pretty much full time.
Yeah.
And then I've done that every summer since. And then in resident year, I would do that in the holidays as well. So when we had like a 2 week and 6 week,
go back to the same place.
I'd go back to the same place because they were real good to me. And then it would be quite like I remember the winter shifts during like my resident year would just be like me lighting the fire because we had this huge indoor fire. It'd just be like setting up that, lighting that, hanging out with like the regulars because there'd be people who would still come in daily. And I'd just be like standing with them and it like created this culture where like I go back and I really know the people there.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
It's real cool. And so sometimes there's like new people. It's always so funny when you go back to somewhere you've worked at and then they're like, oh, so this is how you do this, and you're like,
I know.
thanks.
Yeah.
You're like,
I know.
this is so nice. And then they're like, oh, how come the chef laughs with you? I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, the chef's he's grumpy. Why does he laugh with you? It's like, because he knows me.
Did they have they said that one time? Really?
Yeah. It was funny, yeah.
How come the chef laughs at you?
It's like, how come he laughs? I'm like, what do you mean?
I just need to get on a
Get on
same
good buzz.
level with him.
He's a nice guy.
Just find one joke and just say it over and over again. Till
Yeah.
it cracks.
And like, when you disappoint him, own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun though, yeah. So I don't know if I'm doing that this holidays. I don't know what.
So this is the only job you've had in Wellington?
Yeah.
Wellington, yeah.
Yeah, this is the only job I've had in Wellington.
Good gig.
Good. Yeah. Is it a good gig? Have you liked it?
Yeah, I've loved it. Because I'm very like love hanging out with people.
Yeah.
And it fills me up a lot just to socialise.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. How many times do you get a Phil pun? Like just when you say like, "Oh, it fills me up," stuff like that, and people point it out.
can you fill up my...
It's more so like when people
Fill me
realise
in.
my last name and go like, oh, can you like helping me do this one? Or something like that. Or like, oh, you're just giving a helping hand. And it's like, haha.
Yeah.
That's a classic one. Yeah. I get those more than I get Phil.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But the Phil one's so good. Can you?
It's a
Oh. Can you? Oh no! Hold on. Can you give me a helping hand by filling me in?
Ooh.
Here we go.
There we are. Have you heard that one before?
No, it's the first time.
Thank
you can record that and be proud. Because you should be proud of that.
Thank
it was
you.
really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Benji.
Now, if
Benjamin.
Who's your favourite
Benjamin.
resident?
yeah,
Right now.
yeah.
No.
Damn it.
Fuck.
One from Senior Hall.
Oh really?
No.
Doubt it. Yeah.
I don't go to Senior Hall enough.
Have you been there?
Yeah, I've been a couple times. They have they do events a little bit differently from us. They have like weekly initiatives. Oh, you know, like TPT.
Tea Party Tuesday.
Oh
Oh, right.
yeah.
They have their events are more based like that.
Okay.
Like they still have like a hall event, but they're more like casual. And
Yeah.
They just come out, hang out and do this.
That's cool.
But they have like an RA there is responsible for like a weekly initiative kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And I've been to a couple of those, but I wish I'd been to more
Hmm.
because they're just quite fun.
Yeah.
And like, I went to one, because they have like the different updates and they're like, oh, we're doing hot chocolates and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'll go hang out with them. That's cool because a lot of them are like were RAs who I RA'd with in recent year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Or like RLOs are like, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a cool group.
Yeah. Nice.
It's going to be really interesting having it at the Cube next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how they go about
Everyone's, from what I've heard, everyone's going there now.
Yeah.
it. Really?
Yeah. People got
Flatting's
scared out of flatting, yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, it's a lot cheaper, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Flat.
Just,
and a lot less stress dealing with landlords. And
yeah.
Yeah, and to think that, like, all of your bills are included.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
like,
crazy.
Wi-Fi, water, gas, electric, like, oh.
Yeah.
I
not
like
very much.
paying it in big sums and
It's not
ripping
a
off the Band-Aid. I think, yeah, I prefer doing that.
Yeah, instead of having like a varying bill, that would kind of suck.
True. Yeah.
So you have to like have a bracketed budget.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't spend that much because I need this much just in case. And sometimes it can go over the bill because someone had like, I don't know.
Longer shower.
Yeah, because they're having a bad day, something like that. Who knows?
Yeah. Other than being an easy option, what are you guys looking forward to from like the Massey experience?
The mass experience.
Or the halls
Like, what would
experience.
you hope? Yeah, from the halls experience of a senior hall.
I hope that I get put into a flat with groups of people, like, because there's a bunch of us like in this hall. I'd put down just a bunch of names of people I know that are also going to the cube, and I hope I just put into ones that like I'm mates with them, I get along with them, but I don't know them too well. I'd like to get to know them more.
Sure, that's cool.
And I'd also like ideally, if I get like a good flat, I'd like to do like a lot of group cooks. Just because it would help cut down on like the grocery bill costs, and then like it could just be like group cooks for like a couple of days, then fend for yourself the other days.
Yeah, true.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, true. No, yeah, and I think especially like with people knowing each other, and
Yeah.
having done like a first year, because I've never actually moved into the cube, but like the way that they do it with like planning that stuff, like
Yeah.
it seems like one of those ideas where it's like, you know, you could have your own account, like your flat account, but I don't know how much people actually do that because of just the pressure and the stress and
Yeah.
all of that.
I also like I like the fact of like thinking about it when new people are all getting put into a random flat together and not sure if they get along, because I know people in there that hate their flatmates.
Yeah.
And then so it's like a bit more varying, but then it's like a safer bet for people coming in than going like, oh yeah, no, I know these people, and I know people in that floor up there or down there in this flat.
Yeah, exactly. Fully. I think there'll definitely be that aspect to it, you're right. Where it is very much like, especially with how many people are keen on going.
Yeah.
Whereas like, you know, I might not know my flat 100%, but hopefully I'll know, definitely know people all over the place.
Yeah.
We should make it real interesting.
And another thing that'd be nice is just, well, because here, like, it's good how we're set up. I like that we've got a lawn in the middle and everybody's around the ring of it, because it's a lot more communal, I think.
100%.
Because everybody can see everything that's going on. You hear a noise, it carries out to the whole hall, and everybody's like, who's screaming? Usually Elvis.
Yeah, we could
But,
all
like,
turn on the TV and turn the Chromecast on at any point if we wanted to, and just be that person.
I did it once
He did
accidentally.
it the other day, and I'm like,
I didn't mean to. I
why
clicked the
is
wrong
the TV on?
thing. Because I was on my phone I just got out of the shower and I tried to swap it to my computer, and I tapped the newy thing. I'm like, oh no.
I was just in my lounge, and I'm like, who's done this? Why is this happening?
We've tried so hard to connect to your TV sometimes.
Man, the process I had to go through to make sure you couldn't. Even I can't now, but I can still like Google Home doesn't work on my TV, but Spotify and YouTube are still happy to connect to it, and I'm just like, okay, if this is working, this is working. I've had people connect to my Spotify, but what you don't realize is if you connect to their Spotify,
You can see who it is.
you can sign into their account.
Yeah.
Like you have access to their account now.
So you can clap it.
You can
So I
fuck
could
up
be
their
like,
playlist.
thanks for joining.
Yeah. That's true. You could just make some weird playlist. Actually, that'd be kind of fun.
It'd be really fun to do.
If you could have any superpower, what would you have?
Telekinesis.
Why?
Confidently. Because it's like multi-purposeful and helpful in every way possible. Like sometimes here, boom. My big one is like cars in traffic when you're driving home. Now just lift it up and let it hover there, drive on underneath it and put it down behind you. Or, just one swift of the hand and whoops, they're rolling off the road. Like, it's just great. Or just lift the car up. Anyway.
Yeah.
Cars and telekinesis could go on for a while. But I think telekinesis is just a power which would be so handy.
Yeah, I agree.
And fun.
I used to daily wish I had telekinesis and then try it.
Yeah, occasionally.
I'd go, I want telekinesis, and I'd do like light things though, because like a rock, that's too heavy. It's a muscle. You gotta train it. You gotta train the muscle.
Yeah.
So I would do like a feather, and I just.
And did it work?
It moved one time.
Yeah, one
The
day.
window was open. Yeah.
Do you know there's a Chronicle 2 apparently?
What?
Come out? I don't know if it's if it's like a direct sequel.
Or a similar premise of people getting powers.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies, just because of like how they all use it differently.
Oh yeah, like the way Michael B. Jordan uses it, you know.
Yeah.
When he falls from the sky, spoilers.
Oh,
If you haven't seen it.
He got struck by lightning, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But it was just so cool because when I first saw that, it was I was still like little, and I was playing with Legos, and then they did the Lego building scene where it's like you're playing Lego Star Wars, and
It is just like you're playing Lego Star Wars.
And he's just there staring and. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is sick.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's like when they use the Force in Lego Star Wars, fully is. And
Yeah.
you're just like.
Things just start flying to like, it's awesome. I just like the idea of it because you can. There's so much stuff you could do with it.
100%.
You can just do you can mess with people so easily.
Telekinesis.
Yeah.
Isn't that where you can like warp reality?
You move things.
You can move things with your mind.
Oh yeah.
So I can like lift your hair up with my mind if I want to.
That'd be kind of scary.
Just like pull your
Maybe, you know, like
mustache hairs.
when you
Just like weird things.
You know when
Tap
you
on
like
your shoulder.
feel like something's like crawling up your leg, but it's just the hairs moving.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just people telekinesis.
Stop it! Is that what that is?
Well,
Is
I've done it a lot.
Is that really just
I
feeling
felt
your
like
ears moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've like felt something like walking up my leg and like, oh shit, and then nothing's there. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
And it's probably just like
That was just your brain.
Sometimes I get scared when I'm in public and I think, oh, there's someone reading my mind right now. So I think of something insanely obscene and look around to see if anyone goes, ugh, to see if I've caught them. If they're reading my mind and they just see, like, I think of something like really random or gross and then see if someone recoils randomly to see if, like, they're reading my mind or not.
It sounds like a really fun thing to do.
It's really... No one's recoiled yet.
It's still waiting, but one day.
One day,
One
when
day.
when there's a dude in a black suit with black sunglasses following me and just goes, oh, I'll go, yeah, okay,
You
he's on to me.
reckon if you had mind powers, you'd dress up like that?
I reckon if he was an
dress
agent...
up like a perm.
No, I think he'd
I'd
be an
like,
agent.
True.
dress
Using...
coat. I'd have a long coat with furry thing if I was telekinesis.
Yeah, well, like a fur
Telekinetic.
coat kind of thing? Or...
Yeah, and like a cool hat and some sunnies, like
I don't want a pimp cane.
Elvis. Elton John sunnies.
Yeah. I don't want a pimp cane with a sword in the handle.
Yeah.
Or like a sword that pulls out of the shaft.
I reckon you just wouldn't just use a pencil and just be like, oh,
Yeah.
be like, call me John Wick.
Like the
Or,
the arrow and
Yeah,
Yondu's.
Yondu's.
That's
Or-
the coolest fucking weapon
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, that is. Or a coin, or like the coin with Magneto in X-Men.
Mm.
Oh, that
Puts
was
the coins in
that
the
was
dude's head.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, you could do all that shit.
I find in a lot of James Gunn movies, the weapons are just so good.
Yeah.
Even in the
I haven't watched
You haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet?
No, because I had glandular fever when it came
I
out.
don't know.
We were watching it yesterday.
Blood sports gun.
We've had 2 times recently where like
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
where Cam and I have been doing the same things at the very same time. And yesterday we were watching Flex in our lounge, and then he was watching it in his lounge. And at the very same time when we were watching Suicide Squad, it buffered, and we didn't know we were watching at the same time. And he goes upstairs and video calls me. He's like, "Guess what we're doing? Guess what you're doing?" He like shows us. It's like, it's got the 2 like Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, like his user, my user, and they're both like he was only 10 minutes ahead of me. We just randomly decided to put the same movie on at the same time.
Wait, are you guys sharing it on
Is
someone?
is his apartment 2 stories?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
I've been wondering who's living in that top bit.
Yeah, no, because someone pointed that out to me. I go, don't believe it.
Yeah.
But
Massive.
That makes a lot of
Heaps of
sense
stuff.
now.
have you
Yeah.
been in there?
Shit.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did it all
yeah.
the time.
It's like a full-on house, isn't it? Sort of. Kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got the amenities of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, yeah.
downstairs toilet.
Ah,
If they had a downstairs toilet and an upstairs toilet, that'd be
yeah, that'd be awesome.
damn bougie.
What how's your like setup like? 'Cause it's quite nice. You got the kitchen, living room, then you have an office and a
Yeah,
bedroom.
I was thinking about this the other day because obviously someone else is here next year.
Hmm.
I was thinking if I was single, I wonder if I would put a single bed in the office and turn the bedroom into a lounge.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, why do you need 2 lounges? I'd be like, having that lounge without, because there's no privacy.
Yeah,
And that-
yeah.
and
I
that-
can't
Oh, yeah,
help
yeah.
it. Whenever I walk past a window, I look in, and so
Yeah,
if
same.
a window's
Especially in KR
open,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that window's open. I look and I go, "Oh, Phil's having guest over." And just,
Oh, look, Phil's got friends.
Look, Phil's asleep.
yeah. So many times just passed out on the couch.
Just going on the couch. Literally, before I came to this, I'm like, do I have time for a nap? Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah,
This used to be an
nice.
army barracks, didn't it?
Stop it. No.
No,
No, it did.
It used to be a motel.
No, it used to be a barracks.
No, it used to be a hostel. 217 Tunbridge.
100% used to be a barracks.
No, there was a barracks next door.
No, so that's owned by.
Oh yeah, that was the barracks.
So that's owned by the NZ
Really?
Defence Force.
Yeah,
I think they should turn it into a park.
The skate park, sure.
that'd be 60.
Wellington, like, they need more than just that little section at the waterfront. And especially the thing that annoys me most is, like, they get so annoyed about people skating at the War Memorial. But there's something they can do about it right next to it.
They use that space. The only time I've seen them ever use that space is for Anzac Day.
Yeah.
When they're parking cars or something in there.
Thank God,
Tanks.
last year,
Yeah, tanks.
it was... yeah, do you remember when the turret was on the lawn?
That was awesome. We all stood out and saw them shoot. It was sick.
Yeah. Did you see it shoot?
Yeah.
I missed it. Uwe is our German plumber who he did plumbing of the Kremlin in Russia.
Yeah, I wanna
and he
talk
was
to this
also
guy.
he's very, very interesting dude. And like he's someone that like shakes your hand every time you see him, that kind of guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
And like it's firm.
Yeah.
And we were just sitting up there and we were talking about it, and he was giving me old war stories when he used to be on the war. He was a part of like this German military. Basically, the Germany
The Gestapo.
couldn't have a military after World
Oh,
War
yeah,
II or something happened, so they would have like a border defense something.
Yeah.
This is probably bad history right now. But anyway,
Nice,
he did a thing and he was telling me stories and it was really, really interesting.
Yeah.
But we didn't see it go off.
Oh.
Anyway, what I was going to say is last year, they used to just store dirt. Man, that was dyslexia right there. Store dirt. And they'd come in with the diggers and just drag it across the ground, pick up the dirt, put it in trucks, and then so like locations around Wellington that needed like stone or dirt or anything like that, they would just store it next to us, and every morning you just see like scraping across the ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%.
Damn.
And it also meant that like your bathroom and like because I was in Justin's down there, if you had those windows open, you just get dust.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's annoying. The fan, when I first came in, the fan kind of annoyed me because it when it's windy, that
Does that?
and it does like a little.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works. If I turn the light on, it goes on, and when I turn the light off, it goes on for like another minute.
Those are like one of the funny things of KR that like if you don't go around other people's rooms, you don't realize they're like you have a fan.
There's slight
no
differences,
fan.
yeah.
And some people don't have fans.
Only this row has fans, I'm pretty sure.
When I have a shower, I get condensation on the inside of my wardrobe because there's just so much steam.
Yeah, no, for me it's all isolated there, and I open it and I feel great because I just see steam roll out, so I feel like I'm in a movie.
Yeah.
I'm doing like I always have like an exit song that I play.
And then Millie's got a shower door.
Yeah, Millie has a shower door. She's the only person that has a door.
Yeah, the shower leaked last year.
And I've just got this stupid
It leaked.
curtain that sticks to me. And then dumps a shit ton of water on the floor.
You should clean those.
Huh?
You should clean that.
What?
Do you ever clean your shower curtain?
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
what?
good.
Of course.
I just didn't really think about it and was like, should definitely clean this.
Should
This thing
definitely
gets
clean your
gross stuff
showers
on
as
it.
well.
Do you not clean your shower? Do you clean your shower curtain? How do you clean it? Do you just chuck it in the wash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't done that.
Yeah, no, I thought about it the other day. I was like, where's my shower stick? It's probably the curtain, right?
Yeah.
If you're taking a whiz in the shower, splash.
Well, if you're peeing with the water, I just assume the water like encapsulates it with
That's
it
what you
and
hope.
just doesn't splash.
That's what you hope.
I wash myself after anyway, so it's
I'm
like...
clean. But the curtain?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. I've had to... This is the first time I've had long hair because I've always been at schools where I had to have it short.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's the first time I've ever had to clean a shower drain. Oh,
Okay.
it's gross, man.
It is gross, but you have to just do it, eh?
Yeah, and like, every 6 weeks, that's my time span until it fills up again.
And you get aware of it, eh? You're like, oh, it's that time.
Yeah, because you can see it start to pull. You're like, oh shit.
And you just like twist.
It's gross because like I have
Whack.
blonde hair and all the hair in there is black, just from all the dirt and stuff. And I was like, oh, gross. Okay, I have to clean this all out.
It's not fun.
No, I've almost like I gag every time. I've almost thrown up when I
That's
clean
weird.
it out.
Yeah, I can deal with it.
Yeah, but there's just something about it. You knowing that it's yours.
Yeah.
Really.
No,
it's like
isn't it weird how like when hair comes off your body, it becomes gross,
Yeah, yeah,
but when it's on your body, it's like fine.
yeah.
Like hair on your legs is like, oh, it's sweet, it's hair on your legs, and then you take it off and like, ugh.
Yeah, I've had like
Yeah.
a long strand of hair and I go,
Yeah, it's like how
Whoa.
it's so gross to
Oh.
have hair in your food, but you're like, When you actually think about it, you're like, well, I mean,
I don't really care too
It's
often.
just here.
I just go like, oh, okay.
it's just here.
I'll go, oh, there's hair.
Tori went to Eckenberger and got a bed here. Oh, shit, I probably shouldn't say that.
What do you get from, No,
Ecken.
Ecken,
Ecken
the first time I went to Ecken,
So good.
I was like, okay, this is interesting. And the last few times I've gone to Ecken, I've been like, this is actually really enjoyable.
And it's so
You
cheap.
get like a papa tea or something like that.
I get the Baron.
It's like a chicken.
Papa
like,
tea's good.
I think is it chicken?
Chicken bacon
Chicken
and
guac.
avo.
Yeah.
See, I
So good.
And I
I get
try
the beef version though because it's $10.
Oh, I need to try more burgers because I get the Baron at the moment, which is a schnitzel burger, and that's awesome. But it's $13. But like,
Mm.
Then you can get like the Leroy and that's like $7.
yeah, but
So
that's
cheap.
chicken snitty, dude.
Yeah, but like I'm just talking in terms of like a cheap dinner.
Yeah, true.
$7. It's
Do you know the difference between
good.
schnitzel and katsu?
Yes, it's the crumbing.
What kind of crumbing?
Panko crumbs.
Correct.
Yeah.
Facts. That's the only difference. It's just the different type of breadcrumbs you use. One's a schnitzel, one's katsu.
No! Fuck. Panko crumbs. It's okay, I was gonna vacuum today anyways. Damn.
Florco crumbs?
Loco crumbs, Jinx, Jack.
Fuck.
Oh man.
No, you can't speak.
Nah, I just said his name though.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
One time I've jinxed Jaden for a whole night. Just left him.
I feel like he'd get very annoyed at that.
No, he was fine. One time I jinxed him and I left. I went to the library to work. And I came back and he was just fuming. And I go, oh, hey, Jaden. He goes, I had to go to the Z and get a pie. And I said nothing to the dude. He said, how are you? And I just nodded. And so one time it's been devilish sometimes. I jinxed Jack and Matt one time when we were at Rinska's house. And we're all leaving saying thank you to her parents for like cooking us dinner. And they were jinxed and they're like, please. I unjinxed
I
them.
nearly jinxed you when you were trying to go to EB Games to buy something for your Switch.
Oh yeah, goddamn. I was buying a new charger cable because my cousin stole mine for my Switch, and so I was about to go get it, and you have to ask for it because it's behind the counter.
Oh, yeah.
And we're at customs, and Jack jinxes me, and I'm just like, oh man. It was a good half hour I was jinxed for, I think.
Yeah.
Until Jack's like, fine, okay.
There's something great about like respecting the rules of Jinx.
Yeah.
And like shotgun and things like that. And it's like, you just respect those.
Yeah.
If someone says shotgun, that's that.
I mean, there's also reload and stuff.
What is reload?
So if someone says shotgun, you could say reload. Then whoever says shotgun, like after that, gets back in, can get shotgun.
Nah, accept defeat.
No, the driver has to say reload.
Ah,
So if like
right.
let's say say someone calls shotgun and the driver doesn't want that person in shotgun, they go reload, and then someone can go shotgun.
Damn.
We used to just do my family was the oldest is in the front, but when I was driving around with my brother and stuff, and his mates, shotgun. But if you really wanted to be shotgun, you'd have to lick the car tire, and then it goes, yeah, okay, you've earned it, so you get shotgun.
I could lick a car tire.
Yeah, I know. So
Yeah,
I
it
could.
wouldn't be
It's a long
very
drive. Yeah,
gross.
fuck it. I'll lick a car tire. It's
Immune
good.
system, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was a disgusting kid. I used to like chew on the little bars that like you hold onto on the bus, like the little ones in front of seats. Sorry, that was a bit.
Just
yeah.
casually.
Yeah, well, if it was a long bus ride, I just go and bite onto it. I don't know why. I just did.
Did you have a bus to catch, Jack?
To school?
Yeah.
No. It was on Dad's commute, so I just used to take a ride with him most of the time.
It's a different life being a bus kid.
Yeah, I used to. I bus in year 8.
It was a Raglan bus though. That was fun.
Hmm.
We got pulled into the principal's office because they hotboxed the back with vapes. It was funny.
Because my school goes from year 7 to 13.
Yeah.
So I was on the bus in year 8 when I was a day student, and I got the respect from the older kids. So I got to sit in the back of the bus with them, and I felt so cool because like
Yeah.
another kid in year 7 tried to rock up, and they go no, and like we sent him back because he was annoying. I was like yeah, and I got respect. I knew the bus driver. We're on a first name basis, and because you have to actually pay for the bus fees, obviously. But whenever I'd go home, but I was at boarding school, I'd just go to him and go, "Sup, Bevan? How are you? Good. How are you?" And I'd just go and sit down. He knew, but he wouldn't kick me off. He's kicked other people off, so I was like, yeah, Bevan's got my back.
I caught the bus from year 9 to probably like April of year 13.
Mm.
And it was 40 minutes of my day every day.
40?
20 minutes there, 20 minutes back.
Oh, right.
And like, it becomes a part of your day.
Yeah.
Like the morning, you're either like sleeping or doing work that you have to quickly rush and do because like textbook work because it's got answers in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Naturally.
mean, I was keep checking my work.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. And there was that, but then like the afternoon, just chaos.
Yeah.
Some of the shit we did. We must have been the most annoying. And like I know like some bus drivers, they got real fed up. Like, but if you become a grumpy bus driver, we're only gonna look at you as a grumpy bus driver.
Yeah.
But if you're just fun and enjoyable and you get it that these are a bunch of boys who just want to have fun and be entertained because they have small attention spans and they just finished school.
Yeah.
Our bus driver bought us pizza one time.
What? Oh, that's
we chipped in and he bought us pizza.
The thing we had closest to that was like Easter. Something happened at Easter and our bus driver brought us Easter eggs.
That's cool.
That was really cool. We were like, you can stay. We like you. And it was like Tanya or something like that.
So that's cool.
Tanya was so nice. She wore a cowboy hat.
That's even cooler.
Yeah, she was a little Māori lady who wore a cowboy hat, and she was just the sweetest and looked after us.
We had it's like because there was multiple buses because our school reached all the way up to like Matamata and stuff, and so people would have like an hour bus drive there and back.
Damn.
Yeah, so they'd wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, catch the bus at 7, be there at school at 8.
Do you guys ever think about the times you woke up last year and the time you wake up this year and just like...
It's a lot more chaotic now.
It's pretty similar, to be honest.
Is it? That's good.
9 o'clock. Well, I mean...
Did you start school at 9 o'clock?
Yeah. quarter to 9.
What time did you start school?
Like, yeah, 8:45. But I was up at like 7.
I was always up at like 5:30.
I was up at 7.
Whoa.
We started
training and stuff.
We started school at 8:15. And ended at 3:30. Except on Fridays, then we'd start at 9.
Real?
Wait, what? For school?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we finished school at 2:15 on Thursdays and started at 9. For some reason, I don't know why.
I think we finished at 3:05. Or at least that's the number that's coming to my head.
Yeah, we finished at 3:20. That's cool.
5 if you had...
5 year training, but I used to stay at school till 6 doing like fashion stuff. And then I'd drive. Oh, this was a great routine. I had this all of term 2 and 3. I would stay till after 6. Finish my stuff, and then my teacher who was pregnant, she's like, "Cool, I'm tired now. I'm leaving." She enjoyed like working with me though.
That's so cool.
And she's awesome. And so I'd go home, and I knew there's dinner waiting for me at home.
Yeah.
But on the way home, I can take the roundabout and go left, home, go right, and I can go another roundabout and go down, like it's an extra 2 minutes on my drive. And on the way through, I can go to KFC. So I used to, every day, I would go... I literally tossed up between getting fuel or getting KFC. One time, I'm like, oh, what one's more important? Got KFC. I used to get a Zinger Burger combo every day after school for about, like, a couple months. And eat that, then have another dinner afterwards. It was really bad.
It's impressive.
Yeah, but it really hurt the bank account.
KFC's something. I had something similar, but not to the same extent. Where in year 9, my brother was year 13, and we would walk to the bus stop every day and walk home from the bus stop, and it was like it was an 8-minute walk if you were fast, and left it late. And he would stop by New World because New World was on the way, and he would get like a Mountain Dew or like a Pepsi or like an energy drink every day after school, and he'd always be like, "Oh, do you want one as well?" and like get something like that and a Snickers, and then he'd go home and game. But he would shout me one of those every day almost after school in year 13, in his year 13, and I was just year 9, and I'm like, "Oh yeah,
that's
thank
cool."
you. And it wasn't until like a while later where I'm like, "Damn, he did that."
Yeah.
Like every day was just like, "You don't have money.
Yeah.
Do you want one too?" Like it's crazy.
My brothers never did that. I mean, I love them to bits and they're great brothers. But like my oldest brother, he used to he stole all our iPods and sold them. He went up to us and go, "Hey, can I borrow your iPod?" And go, "Yeah." "Hey, can I borrow your iPod?" To all of us. And then come back a week later. I'm like, "Oh, Jackson, can I have my iPod back?" And he's like, "I sold it."
You got
Same with my DS.
You are stitched up.
I know, and then he bought a PlayStation, and we weren't allowed to play on it because he bought it with his own money that he got from selling our iPods.
You should have been like, "Hey, can I borrow your place?"
No, because then if I did that, I could get beaten up.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Especially because, like, and he went to boarding school, and when he came back, oh god, he had so many different methods of just beating you up now. So he had, he's like, oh, Ben, do you know what a typewriter is? I go, no, what's that? He goes, I'll show you. Go, lay it on the ground. I go, okay. Lay on the ground, and you put your arms like that on the ground, and you put your knees into the person's thing, and go on their chest, tun, 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 tun. And you know how, like, you push a typewriter back? Tun, 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 ching, and then, like, slap across the face?
Yeah, I had a friend at intermediate who did that.
Oh, damn. It's shit's rough if they actually do it hard.
Yeah.
Perks of being the oldest.
Yeah, but then I also get the mum's side, so if I'm in an argument with the brothers, mum will always defend me.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
I've got the weird thing where it's like, mum is usually on my side, but she's just more quiet. And then, like, afterwards, she'll be like, yeah, you're right. But then, like, my dad has, like, the strongest, like, regardless of anything, will defend my oldest brother.
Oh, really?
And some of the opinions, like, especially now when you're, like, being Wellingtoned for, like, a little bit.
Yeah.
And you do, like, master's degrees and you learn different things and you're exposed to different things.
You learn a lot more, like, sensitivity.
Yeah, just, like, showing respect to a lot more things. And then sometimes you go home and you're just like, oh, these opinions. Are you serious?
Yeah.
And then just pipes up from there, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've had a couple of those interactions, like, just on the phone. I'm like, oh, wow. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, no, we had a really bad one the other day.
I've started replying back to my mum's Jacinda memes with Judith Collins memes. The other day she sent one. It was like, oh, no, it was real bad, let me say it. And I replied back with a picture of Judith Collins in the National Party that said, me and my usos. It was like, Mum, if this is how you're going to go, sharing your memes that your work friends are sharing to you,
that's awesome.
then I'm just going to start replying with national memes, and this is just going to be a thing that's happening.
So mum's quite chill. There's sometimes I mention a topic and I go, whoa, I was not expecting that from you, but okay. But yeah, for the most part I just go, whatever. I don't really just water off the back, I guess.
Water off the duck's back.
Yeah.
Quack.
Yes.
But I brought my when my brother was here with his mate Darcy. Did you meet him? I think you might have. It was in the big holidays. He met a lot of the ROs. Because he stayed here for like 4 nights. But it was in the
probably did.
The nice loophole.
The nice loophole of the Sunday.
The Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. And so. Then we went to level 2 or something, didn't we? Is that around that time?
Not sure.
Something
We've
like
been
that,
to level 2 3 times now, right? Like, this is our 3rd time? When you first moved in, we were at level 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. No, just after.
We started
on the Wednesday, it turned into...
we were walking back from bowling. And I
on
my phone and I was like, oh, fuck.
And everybody started talking about it.
And like all the O-Week shit got cancelled.
Yeah.
It got changed, so that we could match numbers.
Yeah. I wasn't really phased about the
O-Week stuff. Yeah, it did.
I wasn't bothered about the O-Week like Vic stuff getting rescheduled because I didn't. The only one I bought was band night and I didn't even have to go into it because I made friends here and they were all like, oh, we're gonna get drunk on the field or something. We go, okay, cool, that's nice done.
Yeah.
So we did that kind of stuff. I don't know, I kind of liked that. Like, I mean, being in level 2 when we first met everybody, because then you had to find more ways than just going out and drinking. You had to like actually hang out and talk, which is quite cool. I enjoyed that a lot, and especially because I'm not a heavy drinker either, so I don't really. Yeah.
Old level 2. Old level 2 is just like a kind of inconvenient one for us.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, the kitchen rule is just annoying for people.
It's such a pain, yeah.
Everyone's just like, but why? And it's like, because if we want to be open, we have to use this, because that's what the Ministry of Health has said.
Yeah.
And we don't argue with the Ministry of Health.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because they're experts. And it's like, but it's also like, Ministry of Health, how come they can not cook in the same kitchen, but they could all just
hang out in the common room.
In the common room, right next to each other afterwards and eat dinner together. Yeah.
Yeah, there was I remember it was really annoying one time where I think it was level 2 at the start and I'm like really hungry, I hadn't eaten all day, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cook a meal. And there's like 5 people in the kitchen and I'm like, oh, okay, I can't go in. Then like 3 more people go in and I'm like, shit, I should have just gone in. What? Now I'm just, damn, now it's too late because now if I go in, I'm the 9th person in.
Did you should have just popped up? Should have popped up.
No.
Excuse me now. Let's respect the code.
Only 5 people.
Only 5 people. And I don't know if you guys can count. I know we're an arts degree. But
That's my favourite thing to say a lot of time when I have some mates that are Vic students and I hang out with like their group, and I was hanging out with my mate and his whole group's law and like computer science and stuff.
Damn.
And I'm there and so it's like, oh yeah, we have like an essay to write that's due on Friday, and it's like every week they have those, and I'm there and Elliot, my mate, he's just there, he's like, what do you have to do this week? I'm like, oh, I melted crayons onto the tape, and he goes, what? And I go, yeah, my final assignment for the 6 weeks was melting crayons onto tape.
Damn.
And he goes, do you have to write about it? I'm like, yeah, I wrote my process of how I melted crayons with lighter.
It's so great though, going back home and all these guys are like, oh, I gotta go to uni today, and I'm just like at home like, oh, do you want to do something?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I go to uni like twice a week.
Yeah, I love
chill.
rubbing it in. And another one is exams. Oh, no exams is awesome.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I messaged my man, I'm like, oh, I want to hang out. He goes, I can't, I got to study for exams. I'm like, wait, exams? When do you have those? He goes, like, in a week? And I go, oh, we don't have exams. And he goes, every single time he has something busy, he always just goes, what are you doing? And I go, nothing.
Yeah, what do you do? Nothing. Just pass fail now. So like.
Yeah, which is quite nice. I mean,
That'd be interesting.
I've been enjoying all the classes I've had this semester, really.
That's good. That's good. They what was I going to say? Oh, the other day, because I'm third year, right? Almost done. I
Ooh.
had something due last Friday, and I did it last Friday, and it was like a 300-word abstract, which is like, do you know what an abstract is?
Yeah, it's like a kind of a summary, basically.
Yeah, it's
isn't
pretty much a summary of like what the thesis or the document or article is about. So it's a little summary, right? 300 words, and it was with 30%. And I was talking about it with my partner because she noticed, and she's like, this is worth 30%. It was 300 words. I was like, yeah. I have like 3,000 words things that are worth 10%.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you know, CMP, it's either, it's 30% now, 70% later. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all our degree is. It's like, yep, it's the formative is 30%, summative is about the 70%.
That's
put
cool.
it together.
100.
Or pass fail.
Yeah.
So those are our options, and yep,
Cool.
yep.
Chill.
Definitely less intensive in that area,
Yeah.
the writing area.
I really like that. And I said this, I made a discovery the other day. I'm sticking to my guns with that. I like what I'm saying. I'm not trying to diss art school at all. But a lot of it's just bullshitting. Like when you write about your work and
It's
stuff.
your feelings.
Yeah, no, but like you can just like you can bullshit so hard if you wanted to and go this. Like my lamp that I constructed at the start of the year for object, I had to make a lampshade. That thing was falling apart when I handed it in. But my summary, my little 200-word abstract got me a B-.
Nice.
And it was because I talked about the forest fires in California and related that it looked like a destroyed, burnt up tree stump, and Aaron's go and it looked like a burnt up tree stump, and how because there had to be a pendant light in an entranceway.
Yo.
So have you ever played Firewatch or like seen
I've seen Firewatch.
Yeah, you know how like they just have those massive towers.
Yeah.
I wrote about this guy that was working at a Firewatch volunteer, and he's doing the tough work, and he's like, oh damn, this is really hard. He climbs up those steps and he turns on his light and he looks at it, and it's a reminder of what he's protecting. Is what he's preventing is the destroyed wood that light is representing. And yeah, it was really I went into a full little detail about it.
To be fair, that does sound good.
Yeah, but it wasn't what
I
that
saw
light
him
was going to
writing
be
it
about
in
whatsoever.
an hour.
Yeah, at my house before it was due.
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes before it was due, I handed it in. And I was like, yeah, cool, done.
That'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do.
My mum was really surprised that it passed. She's like, how did that pass? I'm like, because I'm good.
Because my feelings, I can't tell me my feelings are wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can't tell me my feelings are wrong.
I've been really interested in like comms papers to, like, not me personally, but imagine just like somebody putting in a really right-wing bigoted view, but they can't tell you you're wrong about your ideals. So if you're able to justify it, they can't go, fuck, this dude's racist as shit, but we'll give him an A.
Just calling right-wing racist as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like we've got Cordial Club, and it's been a thing in halls for like quite a while, like a few years, and it has its own areas sometimes where you can sit there and you're like, oh, sometimes because we all study in the same place, it can be like a bit of head nodding. And sometimes I'm just thinking, oh, man, I wish we could just find those residents who are just a bit more quiet, but they've got different opinions, and just let them have the floor for a bit, and just hear about it, and just like try to positively, like, communicate different ideas in a safe space. But just so that you could be expressed, I like that. Exposed to something different. I think it'd be super interesting because there is definitely people here who aren't like fully into everything the same as everyone else. Like there is differences of opinions for sure. It'd be really interesting to just like facilitate that space very like safely. Obviously, would be the major thing, so that no one feels offended or hurt, but just to facilitate more than just head nodding.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I like that. That's what I like about my comms class this semester. It's mainly because I talk a lot in the class and I enjoy talking. But yes.
Do you have like a podcast that people can listen to?
Yeah, it's actually called the No Shade Podcast. We're on it right now.
Whoa!
And yeah, no, I really like just breaking down a lot of things, like say like because they show us a bit of artwork and you have to break it apart. And I go, yeah, that's cool. This is what I think of it. And but I think people are nervous in class to say their stuff because not like it's always the same amount of people talking, the same people talking. I want to hear someone just kind of go, no, I disagree with you. Okay, cool. Tell me why. I want that a bit more, but can't really get it at the moment. Yeah, because I don't know. I guess some people are set in the way of everybody's like opinions. Their opinion can't attack it, but like you can discuss it without trying to attack them. Yeah. We talked about this one time about it's hard to talk about sensitivity sometimes when like you want to say something and it's such an easy word to say, such an easy statement, and it shouldn't offend anybody, but you're scared it might, so you have to do this little dance around all these specific words so it doesn't offend anybody. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna say it, and if someone gets offended, I'll be like, no, I didn't mean that. Let me explain why, because it saves so much more time than having to do that dance every time, and then no one gets offended. Instead, like, you say it and you go, no, I disagree. And I go, oh, no, no, I didn't mean it like that. Let me explain that. You know what I mean? Because it's not going to happen every time.
It's interesting. It's like navigating the space of sensitivity in a way which... Yeah, but I guess if you're conscious of the fact that what you're saying could be offensive or questionable, and if you don't address it before you say it, but then if you address it before you say it, then you're like... well then why don't you just put in that extra effort to find a way to say it? But if you're saying, no, sorry, I didn't mean it like that, but it's like, well, you've already gone and said it. It's an interesting space.
You stick to your guns.
Yeah, I think stick to my guns because like it's, you say it, but in like, so I'm not
going to get butt hurt.
If someone gets mad, like say I go, I like donuts, they're the best snack, and they go, well no, they're not the best snack, and I go, yeah, that's my opinion though, I think they're a nice snack. You know what I mean? Like then I have to do that extra bit of explaining, or I go, donuts are the best snack, and you're wrong if you think otherwise. And someone goes, I don't know, I have a really deep connection to pretzels.
Well, I think bagels are overrated, and I prefer a waffle over a bagel any time. And people are like, that's not a thing, because waffles are sweet and bagels can be sweet or savoury. And I'm like, but I just don't want that.
Yeah, if you're ever offered...
I would like a waffle over a bagel.
Yeah, anytime. I think I can agree with that.
No one's ever wrong. It's just where they find their reference points.
I think that people can be wrong.
I think people can be wrong.
If I
yeah, well, from your point of view.
Is this video recording? No, it's not. If you look at the red dot and stuff like that.
Not in that.
Yeah, I know. I'm making a smart ass. I know what you mean. Like, if someone goes, I don't like that piece of artwork because it feels angry to me, and someone goes, no, he was expressing his happiness and the melancholy feel of childhood.
That has to do with subjectivity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I guess with subjectivity, though, sometimes it can be well, maybe if you try to think about it like this. And I think that comes down to a lot of issues is, like, regarding lack of sensitivity.
Yeah.
And, like, it's like, well, maybe it takes a little bit of consideration on the person's half to try to interpret and try to step into a different person's shoes.
Yeah.
That can be a huge thing. It's also exposure, isn't it?
Yeah. I know, everybody's different. Even if
different
people
strokes for different folks.
Oh.
Some people need to grow tougher skin
really.
though.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Some people just need to grow tougher skin sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
To a certain degree. It's all, yeah. Be kind to everyone, but at the same time,
yeah, true.
the world's a really touchy place at the moment, and at some point
And it's hard.
At some point, it's detrimental.
Well, it's hard.
Yeah.
Shit can be hard.
Yeah.
Stuff can be stressful. Stuff can hurt. But yeah, I think
we're all just monkeys floating around on a rock in space.
Yeah, but it's our rock.
It's true.
So is it our rock?
So let's do what we can with it. No, I don't mean it like that. I mean it like no, rock that we can influence. No, I think there's like when it comes to those things, and like thicker skin stuff, it's also like, well, we also need better ways still very much for our youth to be able to be educated on their own mental health.
Yeah.
And like dealing with grief and dealing with consequences and like there does still need to be huge steps in education around like schools should have like professional counsellors that help because like I only started speaking to a counsellor properly this year and it's something that I know like further down the track is something that is just going to always be helpful and having that other person to talk to and feel validated. Like as people at the moment we're going through a lot of shit constantly and sometimes it's good to actually focus on that rather than letting that build up in its own way because we weren't always taught how to deal with stress and like I was I was head boy at college and I did that with not heaps of support from the group around me. It was more like I know that if I could do it myself I can do it well and up to standard. My principal really trusted me and I had like teachers come up to me at the end of the day like, man, you really did a good job at that. Like the boy last year was on sleeping pills to help him like manage with all those things and that just wasn't an experience that hit me as hard, but like in the last few years the things that I've like living in Wellington like by yourself and like just different stuff from uni to work and all these things, like stress has just hit me differently this time and just being older and like dealing with it now compared to when I was 18. I feel like when I was 18 I didn't even know how to process stress or like panic attacks and things like that. But there's this whole area of education which we don't have, so when it comes to like sensitivity and things like hurting people, it's also like people also don't know the correct ways in which to process afterwards.
Oh, really well said actually. Yeah, that's nice.
It's bad.
What's your advice to get rid of stress? What's your go-to? Because
I don't know. It's working out like your habits and your tics and like I think the biggest thing that like I've been told always is like just constantly try to move forward. Like, the more stuck you get into bad habits or bad ways or bad state of minds and blaming and hate and all those things, disappointment, it
snowballs.
It just becomes a hole and you get in it and it's the little things that you can do each day to move forward and like the routines or the habits or whatever works. Like some people like obviously like journaling and things like that and meditation, like they're always like said like, oh, have you tried this? It's like, oh, I not yet. It's like, nah, I'm not really at that stage where I feel like I need to recall all my things at the end of the day. Maybe that's something I'll do in the future. But at the moment it's like I just do the things I know I can. And try to stay in those good habits.
See, I had how I deal with stress now, I don't really know. I just sometimes it just I think I just automatically go and do something that will make me happy at this point, and whether that's like one time I think it was the new semester was coming up and I felt like I hadn't accomplished anything throughout the whole big holidays. I was just like, wow, like I had all this ambition to do things and I haven't done it. So I felt really crap. And everybody came back on Sunday. I locked myself in my room and just made digital art the whole day. And I did like 5 pieces that day and I was like, yeah, cool, I feel good now. I feel happy about that. But back in school, like boarding school, we used to do this thing. Oh, what hostel did you stay at? Do you remember? Like what shape was it?
It was, if you are, you know where the horses are?
Yep.
And that road, that drive that goes down the back? Like,
yeah.
You know that road where near the horses are?
Mm-hmm.
And it comes and it goes down? And then
it goes back up the...
Yeah, and then like, you know where the rugby field is and the football field?
Yep.
If you're at the... You know how the hostels are kind of like this? Like there's some over here and there's some over here?
Yeah.
And then there's like football field here, rugby field here?
Yeah.
I was in this one back here.
Oh, okay. So like it was just a long one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's Morris. Yeah, we used to I was on the one next to that.
Oh, true.
And I was there from year 9 to 12 as I was a prefect in year 12.
Ooh.
I know. And yeah, the go-to to relieve stress, because like in year 11 and stuff, it started to get a bit more stressful because people were like starting like, year 11 wasn't too bad, but year 12 got really bad. I had like a bad sleeping schedule because I used to stay up till 4 or 3, like doing work.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
And I'd be burning out, then I'd have to wake up at 6:30 or 6 o'clock, do my own routine, then 6:30 I'd have to wake everybody else up and then make sure they do their jobs.
Damn.
And yeah, so my go-to was we did it, my brother and his mates invented it, and they didn't do it for stress relief, they just did it for fun. And then but then like it kind of turned into a stress relief for me. We called them Yeti roars. So you'd go in the middle of the night, like 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night, you'd go to the front where you're at outside the boarding house and you're facing the football and rugby pitch. You just like scream at the top of your lungs, "Whoa!" And it echoes throughout the school. So you just stand there for 5 seconds, admire the echo, and you go, "Cool," and go inside.
Nice.
And then then one of the teachers will come out and chase and try to find who did the massive yell, because it wakes up all the little kids in the boarding house, because that's where the year 7 and 8s live.
Oh shit.
And so they wake up and they're crying and stuff. And when I was year 11, we started doing it, and my brother was a prefect in the one down, so he was taking care of the little kids, and he's like, "Yeah, that's a ghost scream. It means the ghost is killing somebody tonight." And so all these kids would hear the scream and be like, "Oh, not tonight." Yeah. Yeah, no, so I think that's like what I used to do. And that was quite, I don't know, because I'd let it build up too much. And then it got to like a point where I'd be
It's that build up, eh? That becomes hard.
Because then you get really shitty and like you go, fuck, everybody's against me. When no, like people aren't actually against you, but you just have so much stuff on, you can't even properly process everything.
Mm.
Yeah. What do I do now? I don't know. I think I make a lot of playlists, have nice long showers, and
love a long shower, eh?
Yeah. Have you ever had a shower set?
Oh, you gotta love a shower set.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta like. It sounds super depressing. Sometimes you gotta play your music, sit down and shower, turn off your light, and just chill.
Yeah.
In the warmth of the shower.
Yeah. My best description for it is I like to just sit down, let the water hit my face, and think about how much of a piece of shit I am.
You know, and you get up and you're like,
cool.
Less of a piece of shit now.
Yeah.
No, I fully get that.
Yeah. No, they're really nice.
It sounds like to some people it's like, stop the depressing thing. It's like, you just gotta feel shit. You
just gotta live in it for a little bit.
I think that's one thing, like, you definitely...
Identifying it.
Yeah, and you definitely just have to feel things. Like, it's important that if you can look back and you're like, oh, this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. Even, like, 5 of this happens, each one has a different feeling each time. That's a lot of feelings for, like, a week.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
It sounds weird, but, like, having lots of different emotions or emotional shifts in your mindset can really
just gonna turn the light on
can really start to like have its own effect. Boom, there you nailed it. Have its own emotional effect on you, and just having that moment to sit there and be like, I feel like ass, or like, actually today was really fun, or like sad, like those different things where you can just sit there and be like, this is how I feel. Let's acknowledge it. Let's acknowledge it. Because if you don't acknowledge it, then it just goes in that bottle, and that bottle starts to shake. Yeah. And that lid's going to want to pop off.
That's cool. That's really well put. I like that a lot. About that's cool. It's a new way to think about it.
The main way to get rid of stress, though, is to do the thing you're stressed about.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I mean, when it's like work and stuff.
Just keep on nailing it.
Yeah. I
push it.
I do, when I'm stressed about, like, uni work, I don't know, I am pretty relaxed to an extent about it, which is not the greatest sometimes. But I'll get stressed about it and be like, oh, God. What I'll do is I'll clean my room first, so my room's fully clean. Then I have a clear mind. I can't sit at that desk, because then I just game. And, oh, God, it's deadly. I started playing Skyrim in the lockdown. I'm level 34 now.
Oh, no.
And I bought original Skyrim, or I had the original Skyrim, played that, and it was just too buggy. I'm like, screw it, I'm buying Special Edition. Bought Special Edition. It's still buggy, but it's better, and the graphics are nicer.
I never really got into the DLCs enough.
I
remember being very much like, crossbows? Cool, because my very first playthrough was like a bow and arrow stealth.
Yeah, that's what everyone was.
And it was fun.
Yeah,
and
it's
you're
awesome.
like, yeah, I'm leader of the Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
This armor isn't any good, but it looks. This is
cool.
what they wear.
It looks cool.
When you're like,
I can pickpocket you 20% better.
I stole lots of things from lots of people
Yeah.
just to get this armor that's pretty average.
Is it the Nightingale one?
Nah, after that, when you get the master.
Oh, I haven't gone. I've never finished it.
See, there you go.
'Cause I
You
always
have
got-
to do lots of missions for like
Yeah.
those guys.
Did you know you can kill the? You know how Astrid kidnaps you for the Brotherhood,
Oh yeah.
and you know how there's 3 people you have to choose one to kill. You know you can kill her.
Successfully.
Yeah.
What happens?
Then so you kill her. You get all her armor and her weapon. And then if next time you talk to a guard, like actually like press E to talk, it pops up with a prompt that you can say that says, "I killed the leader of the Brotherhood." And he goes, "Oh, you need to talk to this person." Talk to that person. He goes, "Awesome. We just got their secret phrase to get into their base. Go there and kill everyone." And you go and kill everybody, and you get 3,600 gold.
Yeah.
So I think it's like that's the max amount of gold you get from the Brotherhood. Maybe a little bit less, but you get it instantly.
Damn, I feel like like Skyrim's great, but the fact that there wasn't, like, it wasn't that specific, where it was like, oh yes, I am just, is it Harbinger? What's the dude called? The head
Dragonboard.
What's the head of companions called?
Oh, the head of the companions. I don't even know.
It's like Harbinger or something like that. It's like, yeah, I'm head of the companions. Yeah, head of the Thieves Guild. Yeah, I'm also leader of the Dark Brotherhood. Yeah, I'm also
I'm the Archmage.
Archmage of the.
I'm a war hero
I'm also,
for the Imperial
yeah,
Army.
yeah.
I'm a Thane in every hold.
Yeah, and I'm Dragonborn.
Yeah.
It's like maybe a little bit too vague. And
Yeah.
it's like every time I'm a character, all of those things, rain or shine.
Yeah, I'm also just amazing at one-handed, two-handed combat. Every single discipline of magic. I can pickpocket you. I'll take your clothes off without you noticing. I can. What else? I can create the best armor that no blacksmith can ever make.
But you bet you, if I touch a chicken, you're gonna attack me.
Oh man, it's a fun game though.
It is a fun game.
I don't know, just the DLC's like right now I'm a vampire because the DLC like made me a vampire, but it sucks because it lowers my stamina. I don't regenerate stamina if I'm outside in the sun.
Can't you pick to not be a vampire?
Yeah, in the DLC, but it gives you the vampiric disease no matter what.
Oh, because you find them and stuff.
Yeah, and so I'm stuck with it. I tried to get rid of it. I can't. I have to do the whole quest.
Speaking of vampires, did you see What If Zombies?
No, I see it. I want to watch that. I'm going to watch it tonight.
What do you think of last week's one with Doctor Strange?
That was cool. I really liked that.
Jake, did you watch it?
I haven't watched them.
It's good.
Are you going to wait?
I don't know. I watched the first one and then I was like, this is.
The first one was the hardest one to get through because
liked
it was very like, you know what happened in Captain America: First Avenger?
Imagine it with a chick that's British.
Imagine, yeah. And then at the very end, only at the very end, we'll stray from that a little bit and get weird. But like there was lots of scenes where it was very similar, just slightly change a few things.
Yeah.
Whereas with like T'Challa's episode,
T'Challa one was awesome.
it was just like, let's rob the Collector.
I'm a better Star-Lord.
Full stop.
Yeah.
Like in every capacity.
I'm better. I'm like just more well known. I'm a cool as fuck vigilante, like bounty hunter dude. But I'm also kind of high up in the Ravengers. But we do good things.
Yeah.
We're robbing the Collector, who's a horrible person, for seeds that can help restore planets. So yeah, come at us.
And I like that. There's the little details in that too, where it's like, did you know that T'Challa and Thanos never actually talk to each other in the actual movies?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
that's
kind of
true.
like, yeah, it's still theory. There's still hope that T'Challa might have been able to talk down Thanos.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is just like a stupid thing they decided to do for fun, and it worked for fun. But yeah,
Man, that Doctor Strange episode was really cool. I really liked it.
I liked how they committed to everything.
Yeah.
Where they went like, this is going to be dark. This is going to make you feel things.
Man.
And yeah, did we see the trailer for No Way Home?
The teaser trailer. Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah, but I think it's going to be overhyped and people are going to be disappointed. Because people are like, oh, it's going to have all 3 Spider-Mans. Maybe, yeah. It's going to have all the villains. Yeah, maybe, yeah. But like, I think people have too high of expectations for it.
I've heard like the Doctor Strange theories. And
I think Doctor Strange is going to be an anti-hero.
yeah, he's up to something. But like, that worries me as well. That if they're gonna commit to, if they actually are gonna do a Doctor Strange things similar to like Mephisto in the comics, when Aunt May was killed and he's like, "Can you bring her back?" And he's like, "Yeah, but you're gonna have to lose Mary Jane." Like all of that stuff where it's similar, and if they end up being like, "Oh, it's not actually Doctor Strange," how are we also going to be invested in all the other shit? Like, there's already heaps of other shit coming in with like Jamie Foxx and Doc Ock and
Khan
and there's just heaps of other characters that they're touching on, and then they're going to be like also Doctor Strange. Seems like maybe that I just don't know if that's too much.
Yeah,
to focus on. Yeah,
I'm excited for Internals as well.
It should be interesting.
I think that one's going to be the coolest one, just from because it's like. Well, that and Shang-Chi I'm pretty excited about.
Shang-Chi's a week from now.
Yeah, so I want to go see it.
Thursday, right?
Yeah. But
Gonna get my $11 tickets this time.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to Dune.
The Dune?
Really?
Dune. No, the movie.
Oh, Dune with Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya. That looks good.
I mean, it looks cool, but I don't know how good it is.
Apparently the book's amazing, so...
Hasn't done much.
Huh?
Hasn't done well.
Is it already out?
Yeah, hasn't done like... I
Yeah.
think it's only getting like 7s.
Oh,
But also like...
7s is still decent,
Yeah.
man. It's above it. It's above average.
It's opinions.
Yeah, I'm not too big on Marvel.
Yeah.
I dabble.
Yeah.
Star Wars, but...
Shang-Chi's apparently doing really well.
Really?
Yeah, Shang-Chi looks cool.
I'm excited because I don't know anything
Right,
about Shang-Chi
whatever,
except he's like
so.
the master of martial arts or something like
You've
that.
nailed it. That's Shang-Chi.
Yeah. But he also has something to do with animals, right?
That's Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is literally... I'm really good at martial arts. The best even.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Kung Fu movie.
Yeah.
It's cool
Done by
though.
Marvel.
Well, I want to see what the 10 rings do. I don't know what the 10 rings do.
Well, they're wristbands.
Yeah, but in the comics they're rings.
Yeah.
And someone's like, I like that they're wristbands. I'm like, oh, I kind of like the idea of just fighting rings, because there's fighting rings in real life. My brother met this dude who, he's a black belt in multiple different martial arts, and he had these rings on. And they're each like these wicked looking rings. And he's like, yeah, I fought 3 different dojo masters for their rings and beat them.
Yo, Pokemon!
Yeah, I know. But each one's a different fighting style, and they're used in the fighting style to just fuck people up.
That's kind of like epic.
Yeah, it's cool. And so he's beaten 3 different people, so he has 3 different styles under his belt that he can mess you up with, and he gets a ring on top of that. It's like a bonus thing after a quest.
And then someone comes to him one day and goes, "We heard you bet the champion or something.
Yeah. Have you watched
I challenge you to a duel."
Afro Samurai?
Nah.
You should watch that. It's like a 6 episode anime
Yeah.
about the world's just like a desolate, horrible place. And it's full of assassins and bounty hunters. And there's 2 headbands. One is the number 1 headband, so whoever has it is immortal.
Yes.
And the only person that can fight the number 1 is the number 2. So the person that has the number 2 headband is the only person that can fight the number 1 and kill him.
Straight up.
And so everybody...
How do you get number 2?
Well, you have to kill the guy that has the number 2 headband, and anyone can kill him. So Afro Samurai, his dad was the number 1, and this guy killed him, and he saw it happen, and he had the number 2. He got the number 2 instead, and so he put it on, and he's trying to get his revenge. He's like older, get his revenge, but there's people constantly attacking him, and he just has a nice like weird flowy.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Samuel Jackson's in it.
Yeah, I've seen the
And the animation is just so cool.
Yeah.
Like there's like fencers that attack him on a dock, and he just slices them up like. So cool. Highly recommend that.
I watched Death Battle Afro Samurai versus Samurai Jack.
Oh, Samurai Jack. I need to watch that properly.
Samurai Jack won.
Damn. Afro Samurai's cool though. Yeah. What was your favorite cartoon? Did you watch cartoons when you were younger?
Yeah. I don't know what my favorite was. I liked because we didn't have like Sky until maybe like intermediate. We had that thing where you'd have like Nickelodeon was like on channel 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so we had Last Airbender, which was sick.
Yeah.
And that was just
It's an amazing show.
It was just crazy that like they came up with that, and it's something that seems so basic. Like there was 4 areas, each one has an element.
Yeah. But the tones underneath of it. Like you can watch it now. A kid can watch and go, "This is cool." And an adult can watch and go, "This is awesome." Because of just it tackles mature themes.
It didn't
of corruption and war.
It's really interesting. Like the first season is very much a different tone.
Yeah.
Because it was aimed at a different demographic, and then they found out later who was watching it, and they're like, Alright, let's change this.
Yeah.
Let's make some changes.
Yeah.
So
and it
like
was
in the
cool.
very first season, Aang's a kid.
Yeah.
And then he just slightly the
Season 2 is the
maturity of it.
best, I think.
I really like Yeah, season 2 is the best, I think, because it's got the Tales of Ba Sing Se.
Mm.
And that episode just kills me every time I watch it. But you have to watch the whole series up until that point, because then you get the emotional gut punch.
Yeah, fully.
So that's what, sometimes if I have a couple of days to myself, I'll go, yeah, I'll watch it again.
Avatar Studios is back together.
Yeah.
They're making more animated series with
That's
the original creators.
Oh, that's exciting.
That's
Because we're going to do a Netflix adaptation, and then they ditched it for creative differences.
Oh, they just gave up on that. No, but what's the other Netflix? What's the other Avatar thing? There's a cast.
Korra. Or, yeah, no, there's a cast, but the original creators left it because they had creative differences.
Oh, that's always good.
Yeah,
It's always
yeah,
encouraging.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
I can
God.
hear, what is his name? Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Coming back.
not.
My name is Ang. I'm the
That movie
Avatar.
is terrible.
It sucks.
Like, it used to be sick because I'd never watched the series as a kid, and I watched the movie and I was like, this is fucking sick.
I love those films, eh? The ones that you watch as a kid and you're like, that was so cool, and then you grow up and everyone's like,
Everyone.
you know those are bad films.
Yeah,
And you're like,
like the
what do you
prequels.
mean?
I
Yeah,
couldn't.
the prequels, yeah.
I was like, these are fucking sick.
Jack had a favorite part where it's the planet's exploding because is it Boba Fett chasing them in Slave One,
Yeah.
Oh,
and he like
Geonosis.
they,
Oh yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
There's a bit. Star Wars is like they shine in music, sound production,
Oh, yeah.
and just general world building.
Mm.
Acting and dialogue lacks a bit, but I don't
Mm.
care about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever Dave Filoni's done for the thing, he's carrying that fucking franchise on his back.
100%.
Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's now. I think he's now the creative director of Lucasfilm.
Yeah, so,
Oh, okay.
So basically when...
He's like George Lucas's apprentice.
Yeah, so he became, with the Clone Wars series, he was the director of that and
Yeah.
became George Lucas's apprentice. Pretty much 100% is the easiest way to put
That's
it.
cool.
So he very much has a good understanding of George's vision.
Yeah.
And then working with Favreau on like Mando and a whole lot of... There's other things since then, eh?
He just.
there's-
gets
He
it.
still does Bad Batch and stuff.
Bad Batch. There was also Rebels.
Rebels.
Did he work on Rebels? It was before. It was
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
I watched Rebels. I didn't watch
Rebels good.
Resistance.
No.
No, I don't know how I felt about Rebels because I saw a kid with like a light slingshot or something, and I was just like, that's weird. So I never watched
It's
it.
Bloodsport's gone.
It's a good show.
It
No,
did,
there's some episodes that are like
it did get cool. I agree.
the one with Obi-Wan in the desert was awesome.
I think it's just Maul. I think they just made Darth Maul
Yeah.
really an interesting character over time. Like I still
The last scene in the last season of Clone Wars where Vader just walks, that has more emotional weight to it than all the 3 sequels combined.
what
like-
sequels?
Oh yeah, what sequels?
Nah,
yeah.
just kidding.
Like the
I
fact
don't care that much.
they're so shit. They're so shit.
I think they're fine.
No, they're fucking terrible.
No,
they
let me
can go. They can. No,
Let me say I'll say my opinion on it.
Go
So
it.
the first one,
it's a rip off of A New Hope.
to an extent, I think it's still interesting. It sets up some
Yeah.
cool characters and stuff. Second one, they fumbled a little bit, I think. But what was cool is they introduced the idea because everyone's like, oh, Rey's Luke's daughter, or Rey's this person's daughter. And then they showed the theme of Rey is no one. She's just not someone significant
That
at all.
was cool.
That was cool. And then everyone got bitchy about it in the fan thing, and so they retconned it and go, oh, it's actually Palpatine's
That was-
daughter.
That
or
was a
grandson.
retcon, right? That was the plan.
Hmm?
That was their plan,
No,
right?
they got bullied into it because
Oh,
everybody complained,
no.
and then everyone bitched about that. So it's like, oh, well.
I
And then
had-
they bitched about Rose, so Rose just got cut off. She was never
Yeah.
made. The dude from Lost had more lines than Rose.
No, the
in the
last
third
movie
film.
was just them trying to patch up everything they did wrong.
Yeah.
And
No, they did right
it
things.
was so fast. It was. I did not care if any of the characters died. Like I was like, if Rey dies, that's good. I fucking hated her. I hated every single character in that movie. I was so angry when I came out of the cinema. I was like fucking fuming because I watched the first Star Wars when I was 2 years old, and I was like, this is so sick. And then they just do this shit.
Okay, but let me defend it again.
It's fucking terrible. It's so bad.
No, there's some horrible parts in the second movie. Okay, the whole casino, the whole casino thing, that whole little subplot,
That meant
stupid.
nothing.
Then also the chief and like the whole power struggle and how she had a secret plan but didn't tell anyone. Just tell the fucking plan. And the visual of her sacrificing herself and cutting through the destroyer is beautiful.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That's not how hyperspace works, though.
Is it
I
not?
don't know.
Hyperspace is going light speed, so if you want light speed. But no, they had such... Because what happened was...
When all the ships show up at the last movie, and like, we're behind... fuck off. Go.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Die.
I agree with
Honestly,
that. That's stupid.
Terrible.
But the thing is, they did so... I think in the second movie, they had great parts where they subverted the audience's expectation.
Second movie, when
Luke drank weird uddermilk, yes.
when Ray and Ben do the fighting of the... When Snoke
Where
dies.
did that come from?
Okay, that was fucking...
So that was a fucking cool fight.
No, it was not! This choreography in that sucks!
When is that ever...
exciting!
Since when has that ever existed?
What?
That's the thing, they were trying to subvert audience expectations.
When could I pass a lightsaber through
No,
my
not
fucking...
that part. The second one.
And when they fought Snoke.
When they fought Snoke.
Oh,
in
okay.
his lounge.
I can't
See,
remember.
the choreography in that was quite awful. When you pause and look at... But the actual setting of the scene and the set...
Who the
fuck was Snoke?
Snoke was a deformed clone, right?
But why did he...
explained it.
I think it was just an ugly clone of Palpatine.
I hate everything about those three movies.
Yeah, no, I don't like them.
See, I don't like that. What I don't like is they tried to connect it too much back to the original trilogy. Okay, firstly. Second, but that's because in the second movie, they had good stilts. They had good ideas of Rey being no one and how no one can be a hero. You don't have to descend from a great Jedi or whatever to be strong.
How do you feel about Luke not actually being there in the final fight?
That made me mad.
So many people hated that.
I that made me mad. But then, like, my brother, I said that, and my brother did say he got blasted at, like, by massive blasters. It makes sense. Like, he would have died if he was actually there. I'm like, yeah, to an extent, I guess. But, like...
Oh, yeah, true. If he was actually there, what would he have done? Was he going to just force push that shit out?
Yeah, he would have been cleaned out.
That would have been cool. They probably could have done that and people would have been happy. I don't know.
But, yeah, and, like, so the Rose subplot didn't care about, but then, like, they didn't stick to their guns, and so everybody shat on Rose. Rose is a shit character. Poor actress, first of all.
Yeah, that was shit.
That was hard, eh? And then they just ignored her for the whole thing. Like, Finn had a love interest.
They ignore Finn as well.
I know. That's the thing. They had an amazing black stormtrooper who used a lightsaber and had like force ability to an extent.
That first, like, I still remember in the first one when is it Takodana gets attacked, like Maz's canteen. When that gets attacked and like Finn's running around and then like Han comes up and he uses like Chewie's bow and like Poe's flying through the air and he's like, "That's my friend." That shit was cool. Yeah. Or like that's a pilot or some shit like that. And they're doing all those things for a second. You're like, yo, this is Star Wars. This is like a 6-star fighter, and like Finn felt like a hero for a bit, and then they just forget about Finn and they forget about Poe and make Poe like complaining and the average captain and reckless.
Yeah.
And
he didn't learn anything. Every lesson he learned, he completely forgot in the next arc. And it's like, are you serious? So there are a lot of issues with it, but I think they also let themselves get bullied too much by the fan base at points, in my opinion.
No, they went into it, and they're like, oh, and then after their shit review for the first one, they're like, oh, we don't have any material to go off. You have a fucking arsenal of like comic books and scripts of what George Lucas is like, oh, maybe you could use this. Nah. We're gonna do all this Disney bullshit.
Yeah. I can agree, but like it's
oh, let's make this little cute plush toy so we can sell it to kids and shove it down the consumer's throat.
I liked the ideas of it, like, and where I explained about Rey and stuff. I liked that a lot. I didn't like that they brought Palpatine back as a ghost and didn't address it or even hint to it.
They addressed it
that fucks me off with, right? You know what that fucks me off about that the most?
The only time it gets mentioned is in the screen crawl.
Is that, like, the whole thing with Anakin being Anakin's chosen one, bring balance to the Force. When he yeets Palpatine off the thing, tries to redeem himself, bro, you didn't even win.
Yeah.
You just... Darth Vader threw Palpatine off, he goes down, his son's there with him, he comes back as a Force Ghost. Mate, you didn't get redeemed, you didn't do your thing.
Yeah, you didn't do anything.
You didn't bring balance.
He killed a bunch of kids.
That's where it should have ended.
I think
the Skywalker arc should have ended.
I don't know. I like that he's in the end of Mando. We'll see what they do with him now.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Ahsoka's
I feel like his arc finished.
Ahsoka's cool. I love Ahsoka.
Let's talk about where they should have gone. I moved my position because I care about Thrawn, and I've read.
I care about Thrawn as
I
well.
read the
Give me a
Thrawn.
slice of banana bread, please.
Yeah.
I read the Thrawn books. That's how much I don't even read books, but for Thrawn, I'll read them.
Damn, son.
Thanks,
bud.
Him and Ahsoka and Sabine and
Yeah.
whatever's gonna happen with Ezra, and like how they like touched on that briefly in Mando. That's a direction I'm excited for.
But
That's Dave Filoni.
Ahsoka's one of my
It is.
favourite, Padawans, or just characters in general.
She's just such a well-developed character. Everyone
She's
hated
cool.
her.
Why?
Wow.
I loved her.
Everyone
Who
hated her at the start.
Oh.
It's just annoying.
Who does that
Yeah.
remind you of?
Oh.
What's her name in Bad Batch?
Omega.
Yeah, there
Oh
we
yeah.
go.
Okay, Omega's growing on me.
Omega.
She's actually alright at the end.
It's because she's got a heart, eh? And like what she does with crosshairs at the end. And
I just want to see her become a badass. And
yeah,
like,
same. I saw art that was really cool.
Yeah, like her in the future.
Yeah. And it's got like little bits. It's like got the blade on the wrist, the blade there.
I think
the
she'll be in the
skull on
Boba.
helmet.
She'll be in the Boba Fett series. I think.
Has to be.
That would be cool.
As long
There's
as
a lot
she
of
goes
cool
like,
shit lined up.
"What up, Alpha?" To like
That'd be
Boba.
fucking hilarious.
I'm Omega. You're Alpha.
Yeah.
Oh, my big brother. Or you're me.
Yeah, you just. Yeah.
I like to
Yeah, I bet she's some good moments.
I haven't watched Bad Batch.
Some.
I'm still on the first episode. I've watched the first episode.
Some-
I think if you watch it in concession now, it would be a lot better. Because I think it's like they really struggle with the week-to-week episode. Because you'd be like, oh, there's another episode. Oh, it's going to be big. And it's like, they have to do some filler episodes.
I was really like I came back to it when Gregor came back
Yeah.
because I like hadn't watched any, and I was like, "Yo, Gregor's back!" and like
Yeah.
Fox is in it, and like Republic Commando's sick.
Yeah.
And then that episode finishes, and I didn't realize like Gregor wasn't gonna stick with them for a little bit longer,
Nah.
and he just wasn't there anymore. I'm like, oh, we're not really touching on that. Like he's hanging out with Rex.
Yeah.
I still want more of that. I also still want
I
Mace.
just love that period of time.
Talk about things they should do. When's Mace Windu coming back?
Mace Windu is fucking awesome.
When's he coming back?
I mean, Samuel L. Jackson wants to do it.
You know what I like about
He's
Mace Windu?
74. I keep on saying this.
Yeah.
He's 73.
Is he?
Yeah,
Samuel L. Jackson, yeah.
it's insane.
He's so old.
Insane.
But he doesn't look old because he's bald.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, bloody. I liked the lore behind Mace Windu. I don't know too much about it, but like the fact that he used both dark and light side techniques.
Yeah.
That was just to
in his
justify
combat?
Samuel L.
Yeah,
Jackson.
exactly. But like,
it works.
I would love to see that in action.
Yeah, so his fighting style is called Vapid.
Mm.
Vapad, I think it is. Something like that. It's like the 8th or something. Or is it the 5th? Anyway, bad facts. It's a type of fighting style that he uses that brings a balance. And that's why people think things about him. Like, he should be able to do
Citizen.
cool shit.
He
Because
should,
he gets it. There's a power of the darkness that you can, dark side that you can wield.
as long as you don't corrupt
I
yourself.
guess it's like
with it.
aggression or something like that.
Mm.
Oh, I'm going Qui-Gon.
But
He's good.
Qui-Gon, I like looking at the Qui-Gon lore after the fact. He's like, he got it.
He saw through all the bullshit.
He's like, the Jedi's fucked. That's why Count Dooku is the way he is, because Qui-Gon influenced him too much as his Padawan and was like, you know,
Yeah.
these people, they're a bitch.
He served the will of the Force. He didn't.
Yeah,
listen to the
he
politics.
was like a grey Jedi before Ahsoka. And like,
I like that. I like how they're starting to touch on characters who are like who've seen through the bullshit. Even Maul. He like.
yeah, more.
I kind of agree with him at some points. He's obviously a bad dude because he's been tortured his whole life, so he's gonna have like aggressive ways of dealing with things. But he's like, his reasoning behind shit makes sense. To be honest.
Yeah, in a fictitious universe like Star Wars, which we're diving into the philosophies of the characters there.
Yeah. I don't know. I like it. I don't care. People call me a Star Wars nerd sometimes. I don't. Zero fucks given.
It's not
hey,
really
if you're
nerd-
passionate
it's
about
not
something,
really-
who cares?
It's not really nerdy stuff anymore when they become pop culture, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like D&D.
Yeah. I really like that.
We're taking
It's cool to
over.
be a nerd now. It's kind of sick.
And
Yeah, I enjoy it because then I can nerd out with somebody
There's
and be
nothing
like,
worse than talking to someone who we've talked about this before, but like who's not passionate about anything,
yeah,
and it's just like
True.
kind of
Yeah, well, it's easier to connect to people when you have things that you can.
It's
like,
really
easily
easy
bond
to
over.
get
Yeah.
like channeled into this like one cookie cut person of where you should be at a certain age.
I think we're lucky too that like with like not like overstretching to say like with our degree being what it is, we draw people who are a bit more nerdy.
yeah,
And that's-
to an extent.
To
I
an
mean,
extent, there is definitely people who aren't.
yeah,
Um,
but I found being here, like, this is just from my experience, a majority of people watch anime compared to people that don't. Stuff like that, those kind of things. So it's like, oh, it's an interesting thing compared to my experiences in high school.
Oh, 100%.
Where when you're in high school and you watched anime, you were considered like, you know, a weeb that would like...
Yeah, or it's like, wait, you watch anime?
Like, do you watch hentai? That's the question I got a lot. And I'm like, no, I don't know. I just like cool animation that fucks shit up. Like, it looks sick.
Samuel L. Jackson got asked that because he watches anime, and he's like...
Do you like anime? Yes,
like,
I do.
Like hentai? Like,
hentai too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, crazy dude.
Hey, we don't kink shame.
No, don't kink shame.
Go
Well,
do
You
whatever
can,
you want.
you can watch hentai. Doesn't matter.
Just
What's
as
this
long
called?
as you're not hurting.
It's
No
called the
shade?
No Shade podcast.
No shade?
Exactly. There's no,
No
shade.
shade.
Jinx.
Shade when it starts to get, like, abusive kinky.
I mean, as long as it's consenting parties in both.
What are you doing? You done?
No. You just threw shade. Where are you
I
going?
threw shade. I didn't throw shade, Phil. I'm not saying... I wasn't throwing shade. I was just
I
putting
don't
it
know.
out there.
I don't know.
He jinxed me.
Oh yeah, Phil jinxed. Yeah, I unjinxed him now. I completely forgot I jinxed you.
Oh.
He's just gonna get up and leave and be like, well, I'm done.
But then you can
Yeah,
talk for the rest of
Podcast
the day.
without talking and just
Mm,
enjoy the banana bread.
true. Is it good banana bread?
Yeah, quality, man.
Yeah, my cousin made it for me. Sent it down. She also made Afghans, but I ate them all.
Thanks, cousin. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Lily. I think she actually watches these, so that's cool.
People watch these.
We got 50 views on one.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, we do on the first one. It's a slow decline.
Hey, I'm Phil. This is you meeting me.
We've got like 2 good episodes.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
The other ones are like there's one episode where we're just so sluggish.
We were just like, oh,
It was like
God.
midway through lockdown and we were just like had no energy.
How often
Yeah.
do you do these?
Well, we
We
did
did
it. We did
one
them
every day.
daily
Whoa.
for the first 3 days,
Yeah.
and then we're like, oh, every 2 days. Then we did it every 2 days, and then we're like, you know, we should do this once a week. Just because like our energy levels slowly went down, we ran out of
More
things
to
to
talk
talk about.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
What's your manifesto, Phil?
Pass.
That's a good answer.
I don't think.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Like I think hard, but I don't think I think that hard.
Don't think that hard. I don't know.
What's it called? What's your Asian local room thing?
What? Oh, because that used to be the old setup. So I just got this microphone back from Lewis today. Because I called the RA phone and they didn't say, like, no, we can't let you into his room. I'm like, but he says I can. It's like, yeah, but level 4. I'm like, he's not in there. He's at home. Oh no, it was annoying. So we used to have
No comment from Phil.
yeah, we used to have that would come down, plug into that. That's a USB-C to USB-X adapter. That little block on the phone. That would plug into that, which is a 5 meter active USB extender. So that would come down. Then I'd plug in my headset because it splits into 2, and it's a USB to aux adapter. And then that aux adapter would plug into a small microphone, and that would dangle down here.
That's hard work that he was putting in for you.
Yeah,
For you. The viewer at home.
yeah. It's quite fun to set up.
5
Not
people
really.
that watch it.
Yeah, it's cool though. I mean, I was quite chuffed. Let's see, we have a little tape up there.
We'll share this one on the cat Instagram and then get your numbers.
Yeah, I'd do it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I've been sitting here. I haven't said much this episode except when we got into Star Wars and
Yeah, it's alright.
You got passion about Star Wars, though.
Yeah,
And you know what they say about people with passion?
they don't need to speak as much.
I was going to say that you like them.
I was just making shit up.
No, just before you guys said people
Yeah.
who have passions you like because
Yeah.
they can have real conversations.
Yeah.
Don't even get me
Deep.
started.
How long have you been playing D&D for?
I started playing in the end of 2017, I think.
Shit.
Do you have a consistent group down in Welly? don't?
Nah, it's not consistent anymore because of just life and
Yeah.
and third year major projects.
Yeah,
My
true,
brother's a
true.
chef and he's bad at communicating because he's got a new girlfriend. Doesn't want to hang out with me anymore.
What restaurant does he work at? Or wait, where is he working? Chef?
Yeah.
Where does he work?
In a restaurant in Wellington.
Can you tell me? I want to go
I'll tell
there.
you outside of the
Yeah,
video.
that's fair. That's
Oh.
So he doesn't get beaten up by
Yeah.
random people on the street.
So the
We have
10
non-aggressive
people.
views. We don't have any... Okay, hold on. Phil Halpin is on this. That brother of his, let me find out where he works.
That brother of his that brought him Mountain Dews when he was year 9.
Yeah. Because I've got my little D&D collection in that little shelf there.
Oh, so.
I've got... Because I used to play back in year 10 with a group of people in the boarding houses. Every
Yeah.
Sunday we'd get together.
Cool. It's cool that you can have consistency.
Yeah, and it was really nice because it'd be like some people are like, oh, I can't make it, I've got this, and they go, okay, cool, but we have a big enough group to like pick and choose people.
Oh, that's good.
And so, and we had like we'd only do one shots really because we'd never had a consistent group. And yeah, we had some insane, like fun, like day long things.
Yeah, in Resident Year we had the wellbeing room. You know that there was different tables in there. And that used to be our setup, and we'd go in there and we'd put 2 tables together and we'd do it like a diamond.
Yeah.
And sometimes the RAs would come in and just be like, cool, they're doing that thing.
Yeah.
And they'd just like shut the door. And like it was real chill. And it was just like this little thing where there was like around like under 10 of us, I think, maybe more, maybe 12, of like inconsistent people. And so sometimes you get like regular people coming. Yeah, like you'd have regular people, but then there'd be other people that sometimes join, sometimes not. And it was like a story that was trying to be continued. Like a little campaign that we're trying to do. And sometimes it just got a bit awkward. Being like, and this person's back from this situation that they suddenly went here with.
Yeah, we used to just say like, because we'd sail to places, so we'd be like, person's sick on the ship, they have scurvy. And so like, we slowly upgrade the ship, and someone did a drawing of it. It was like this massive 3-sail ship with like a massive mandarin tree on it and stuff like that. It was really cool. And yeah, so whenever someone came back on, it's like, oh, they recovered from their food poisoning. Nice.
Nice.
It's just shit like that. And then yeah, it was really fun, but yeah, it's just hard to dedicate that many hours and get everybody's schedules to line up.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
It's
so hard to do that.
And I used to, in year 12, that kept me sane for a while. I used to do like an online one with a bunch of strangers, just did like looking for group and Reddit. And I joined that, and I used to wake up early just to do it.
Yeah.
Before I started school. So every day before school started, so Discord got unblocked from 3:20 till 8 a.m. the next day. So 3:20 p.m. Then it got unblocked, and it got blocked at from 6 till 8. Like certain things would get blocked. So Discord was blocked, Netflix was blocked. But I'd wake up and it'd be about 5 o'clock in the morning. I'd do Dungeons and Dragons for an hour and a half. And it was all text, so I had to be typing it all.
No, that's crazy. I'd hate that.
Yeah, it sucked. But I still had fun doing it.
Yeah, because it did nothing, right?
Yeah, and then I'd go to English. That was my routine every Monday morning, was that. It was quite fun. And then the group disbanded because we didn't even get to finish our adventure.
What? I'm just sorry, I'm listening.
He's like,
sorry,
he's like, I'm real angry about Star Wars, but you're married.
I can't contribute to the Dungeons and Dragons.
Never done it?
Nah.
What is it? Would you do it?
Don't know. I guess so.
It's fun.
Yeah, I know. I would get into it.
Yeah, I think you'd like just looking through the
I'll
artwork.
play Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, we can play Magic. I don't have any cards. I used to play
A lot of people like the hard part for D&D is like theater of the mind can just sometimes it can just be hard to picture things, and if you can't like visualize the story, then it can be.
That's why
it's
really good to like just have where is it? Oh, that's a different game. Like having a monster manual. So like saying like, oh, a beholder showed up, or like a dragon, you can show a picture to them.
Yeah, hold up.
And then they go, oh, okay, that's what I'm supposed to be seeing.
Yeah. And
sometimes you could expand it, or like, yeah, it's quite fun though. It's definitely you definitely see a different side of certain people at times. Some people get like, I don't know, I've played with some people and I just go, whoa, you've got a dark side on you. People do some interesting shit, but yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun, man.
We're running out of time because the battery life thing just showed up. And we're learning from our mistakes because last time it died.
How far have we gone?
An hour and 45.
Do we?
How long do you usually go for?
Hour 30, hour 20.
We did it.
Yeah, so we made it through. It was quite fun. I think we have like roughly 5 minutes before it goes. So should we wrap up?
You're probably right.
Okay.
We've got days to do. It's a Thursday. It's 4:44.
Was it Thursday?
Oh shit.
I thought it was Friday.
No,
no, it's not Thursday.
It was Friday. I'd have to do my construction.
Yeah, probably start uni.
Social construct.
Yeah. It's okay, this one's fine. There's no bookwork to it. I'd have to write one thing, probably.
I have to write about forest fires in California.
No. This time I write, this is a 1 centimeter seam.
Oh!
Yeah.
Exciting!
I know. Oh, I find it exciting.
They're like, damn, not a 2 centimeter one? Settle down.
No, industry standard's 1, man.
You guys all excited for the Fortnite live event tomorrow at 8 o'clock? If you hate Fortnite, it's because you don't have friends to play with. That's my opinion.
Do you like
This is
Fortnite?
true.
If you have friends,
No.
dedicated friends to play Fortnite with, and you all
I mean,
enjoy
that is
it,
the only time Fortnite's fun was when you're playing with your friends
I
and you're being
disagree.
stupid.
I
don't have friends, that must suck. PJ.
damn. Okay. No. I don't know. I played Fortnite like, when it first came out. I think I joined when it was end of season 1, start of season 2.
Nah, I started last year.
Yeah, and all my mates were playing, and I'm like, okay, I'll try it. It's like, what's the buzz about? Tried it, and I just did not like it at all. And I played a lot to like try and get into it with my mates because all my gaming group was playing it. And like my mate Elliot that I was talking about before, I met him through that Discord because one of my mates did random duos and met him and kept playing with him.
So,
And then we met up with him, and one time I'm like, what are you doing? He lives in Whangarei in Cambridge. It's like a 7-hour drive.
Yeah.
He goes, nothing. I'm like, do you want to come to my house? He goes, fuck yeah. And just drive 7 hours. Never met him before. And we meet.
damn,
It's really cool.
That's wholesome.
But yeah, so that was cool for that.
Sounds
but
like Fortnite brought you guys together.
it did. Not. Because I never played Fortnite really with him.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like it at all. And then it just started getting weirder and crazier.
It got crazy. The Fortnite that I jumped to is very different from the Fortnite at the very start,
Yeah.
for sure.
And I stopped, so I stopped playing my whole, like, gaming group because they were all playing Fortnite. And I'm like, I don't want to play Fortnite. I don't like it. So I joined a different gaming group, and now I'm split between two. So if I launch a game to play with my old one that I'm back rejoined with, because none of them play Fortnite now, then, and it's a game that me and my old group used to play, then they'll message me and invite me, and I'm like, I can't because you guys don't like each other. So it's a bit iffy sometimes, but it's good.
Yeah. Well, the live event is tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
What's the live
Finishing
event? Is it the
season-
Martin Luther King
No,
thing? Because it was
no,
messed
it's
up.
finishing season something, whatever season they're currently on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Nice.
I don't know. It's a thing that they do in between seasons.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Oh yeah, no, they do. They add something crazy.
They just do a crazy thing.
Yeah.
That's what they do. But yeah, when you're playing, I think that when you're playing it with your friends, and you're going through a lockdown,
Yeah, that's
and you
true.
got nothing to do, and you got each other, it can be something special.
See, we played Call of Duty Black Ops this time. I was worried if people could hear me shouting through the halls because I was going, no, fuck. Like, really loud in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh, maybe someone can hear me yelling.
True.
But I never got a complaint, so hopefully not. Anyways, we should wrap up because it's going to die.
Yeah.
So,
Bye.
Phil, thank you for joining us today.
Kia ora. Phil, it's lovely to meet you all
And,
and hang out.
yeah. And I've been Benji. He's been Jack.
Keith. Oh.
Keith, either or. And thank you for tuning in. And we'd like to thank our sponsor today, actually. Fresh air. Go step outside and just breathe it in.
Take a few drags of fresh air.
Your body will thank you for it, and so will your mental health. Fresh air is free around the globe, free shipping, and it's super easy. Don't even have to enter any pesky card information.
It's not always around the globe.
Not always around the globe, but it is in an area near you, possibly.
Because you live in New Zealand.
Yes. That's the only viewership is in New Zealand. So step outside and take a breath of fresh air, and you'll thank yourself for it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Also, we got a new microphone today, so I hope the quality's better. It's a little ball. Yes. Okay.